Fine. Well, and sisters, we come to the new lesson in which the main theme is that the noon of Musanna and noon of Jama Mudhakkar Salim gets dropped when they become Mudaf. That's all. It gets dropped when it becomes Mudaf. Okay, fine. Brothers and sisters, Kitabu Muhammadin. Brothers and sisters, it is kitabun. In order to make it mudaf, mudaf ilayhi, I have to say kitabu Muhammadin. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Huh? What did I do when I made kitabun into mudaf? I dropped one tanween. Got the idea? Kitabu Muhammadin. Instead of kitabun, I said kitabu Muhammadin. Now I will say kitabani, and now make it into mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. Then I have to, brothers and sisters, I have to drop this noon. And noon here and noon here also. So what will it become? Kitaba Muhammadin. That's all, brother. Kitaba Muhammadin. Is kitaba marfu, mansub, majroor? Marfu. What is the sign of its marfu? Alif. Huh? Okay. Here what will happen? Kitabai Muhammadin. Now, is it majroor, mansub? Both have the same sign, so it's mansub, and here we say Kitabai Muhammadin. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Huh? Fine. So in other words, if I have to change Muhammad into a pronoun, what do I do here? I say kitabuhu. Sahi? I say kitabuhu. And what will I say here? Kitabahu. What will I say? Kitabahu. Noon will be dropped. Huh? And if I have to make it mansub, then what will I say? Kitabaihi. What will I say, brothers and sisters? Huh? Kitabaihi. Are you with me? Mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. Fine. So, brothers and sisters, when it is marfu, okay, let us write down here marfu. Kitaba. And plus hu. Can you do quickly? Kitabahu, kitabahuma, kitabahum, kitaba ha, kitabahuma, kitaba hunna, kitaba ka, kitaba kuma, kitaba kum, kitaba ki, kitaba kuma, kitaba kunna. Now, what happens, brothers and sisters, that kitaba plus ya mutakallam. Hold your horses. See, the fatha is on ba. What is on alif? Sukun. So, there is a sukun here. There is a sukun here. When this situation comes, brothers and sisters, then we cannot drop anything. We do little surgery. And what happens here? We give it a fatha. So how will you pronounce it now? Kitabaya. What will you say? Kitabaya. Are you with me, Sister Sukhaina? I will say Kitaba and then Ya. Now this is mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. This is ya mutakallim, which normally has a sukoon but it got a fatha because before it came alif. When alif comes and are followed by ya mutakallim, then the ya mutakallim gets a fatha. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Now, I tell you what happens here. Kita, bai, he. Now you know, bai was actually bai, ni. Are you with me? Kita, bai, ni. You drop the noon. Is this clear? This has to be digested first before we swallow anything else. Kita, bai, he. Noon was dropped. Why was it dropped? Because it became mudaf. When the musanna becomes mudaf, or Jama Muzakkar Salim becomes mudaf, then their noons are dropped. Just like we say kitabun, tanween, and then we say kitabu, one dhamma was dropped in the singular. Okay, now we say kitabaihi. Ready, brothers and sisters? Kitabaihi, kitabaihima, kitabaihim, kitabaiha, kitabaihima, kitabayhinna, kitabaykika, kitabaykuma, kitabaykum, kitabayki, kitabaykuma, kitabaykunna. Now, again ya mutakallim came. Okay, ready? Ki, ta, bai, plus ya mutakallim. No, there are two sukuns. So we give it a fatah here. Now we do idgham. What do you do? Kitabayya, mashallah. Kitabayya. What is kitabayya? Mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. Got the idea? What is kitabaya? Mudaf, mudaf. But this is marfu, because alif is the sign of marfu. And what is kitabayya? It could be mansub, it could be mashrur. We will figure out in the sentence. But it became kitabayya. And then what will happen if you put na, kitabana, or it will become kitabayna. Are you with me? Kitabayna. Is it clear? Kitabayna and kitabana. Inshallah. Okay. This is the main thing, brothers and sisters, in this lesson. Plus there are many other things. We are going to do it, inshallah. Having explained you this, I'll move further, brother. Inshallah. But maybe there is one more thing that I must explain. Brother, you will read the key thoroughly today. And tomorrow you should be well prepared. Now, because inshallah we'll be repeating this tomorrow, so you will get better understanding by tomorrow. Today, too many things will come in front of you. Okay, brother? What is this? Kilahuma. What is the meaning of kilahuma? Both of them. Both of them. Kilahuma. Both of them. Fine, brother. Is it marfu? Why? Alif, mashallah. See? Now make it mansub. Kilay, kilayhima. What will you say? Kilayhima. Are you with me, brother? Kilayhima. Fine. Now make it muannas. What did I say? Kiltahuma. Are you with me? Is it marfu? What is the sign? Alif. Make it now mansub and majrur. Kiltayhima. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Kiltai hima. Now, brothers and sisters, huma as a damir came. What came after kila? Damir came. Damir came. So it is mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. It became mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. Now instead of damir, we put a noun. Remember, it is mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. So instead of damir, we put a noun, proper noun. So I say, what did I say now? Kila talibain. Are you with me? Because remember, kila will only come as a mudaf. What will it come as a? Mudaf. Kila huma, huma is mudaf ilayhi. And kila talibaini is a mudaf ilayhi. Got the idea? Or you will also say kilta talibataini. Are you with me? Kilta talibataini. Now remember, kila talibaini mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. Now this kila, when the mudaf ilayhi is a proper noun, will not undergo change when it is mansoob. Did it undergo change when it became mansoob? Kilayhima. Are you with me, Sister Sukhaina? Kiltayhima. Did it undergo the change? Why? Because it was damir. Are you with me? Why? Because it was damir. This kila or kilta will not undergo any change when they are mansoob or majroor. Inshallah, we will try to understand it. Now, again, this is the first time a new concept comes. As I have always told you before, brothers and sisters, that when the new concept comes, it takes a little time to sink in. As much as you can understand, because tomorrow we'll do the same thing again, and you will read the key, and inshallah you will become very, very strong. Things have to be remembered, inshallah. And there are lots of exercises, brothers and sisters. Now, I only showed you musanna. Now, maybe I should show you here mudarrisu Qur'ani. Translation, brother? Teacher of the Quran. Now I want to say teachers. Mudarrisu. Noon will be dropped. And then Quran will come. Qur'ani. Now make it mudarrisu into mansoob and majroor. Mudarrisina. Are you with me? So what will you say now here? Mudarrisi. Are you with me? Mudarrisi al-Qur'an. Inshallah you will read the key properly. Brothers and sisters, the key of book 3 is amazing. It's a beautiful tool to understand book 3 properly, inshallah, and you'll read it, inshallah. Now we start the lesson. Adarfu Tasiu. Al-Mudarris. Aina. What is it, brother and sister? Highlight, whenever you see that ya, you highlight it. And I would also ask you, this is what I did, brothers and sisters. What is it? Kalama. Yeah. Are you with me? What is kalamaya? Mudaf. Mudaf ilayhi. Is it marfu? Yes. What is the sign of marfu? And in my notebook, when I was studying, I put a small noon here in a circle. Why did I put that? To remind me that there was a noon there which has been dropped. Now, you will also come up with some ideas how to make the understanding more strong. I thought if I say kalamaya and if I put a tiny noon there on top of the word with a circle, that tells me originally it was kalamani, and then with ya mutakallim, it became kalamaya. Are you with me, Sister Hafsa? Now I'm hinting you, brother and sister, if you like to do it, you do it. Okay? But if you do it, it will always remind you that is what has happened here. Something happened here. Aina kalamaya. So what is kalamaya? Mudaf. Mudaf ilayhi. Very good. But see how beautiful the dialogue is. I'm amazed at this, way the Dr. Sahib presents us the new rules. Everything you will see has to be with Musanna or Jama Mudhakkar Salim. Noon being dropped. Aina kalamaya. Bisautin alin. Explain me, brother, bisautin alin. In loud voice. Araitum. Did you see? What did you see? Kalamaya. Why kalamaya? If you remove ya mutakalam, what will you see? What will be the sentence? Araitum kalamaini. What will be? Kalamaini. Now put ya mutakallim. Kalamaya. Again, write a tiny noon there to remind you, brother and sister. Ya ikhwanu. Brother and sister, is it clear? Brother Hassan? Yes. The sentence is clear? Aina kalamaya. Translation? Where are my 2 pens? My 2 pens. Araitum, did you see my 2 pens? Okay? Because here kalamai is, what is kalamai? Mafulun bihi mansub wa huwa mudaf, and ya mutakallim mudaf ilayhi. And brother, what is the sign of its being mansub, kalamai? Ya. That is why it is mansub. Very good, brother. Ha huma zani. Here they are. Ha huma zani. We are going to understand this later on in the key, inshallah. How to say, here they are. Ha huma zani. Okay, brothers and sisters? Ya Ustad, they are here. Huma. What is huma, brothers and sisters? Mubtada. Mubtada. Tahta haqibatika. They are under your bag. Inshallah. What is tahta, brothers and sisters? Zarf. Shibu jumla khabar. MashaAllah. Always, if it is jumla ismiya, we got to find out the khabar and describe it. Tahta is a zarf, shibu jumla khabar. And what is hakibati? Mudaf ilayhi. Wa huwa mudaf. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Akka mudaf ilayhi. Hatu means give, brother. Dafatira kum. Hatu dafatira kum. Hatu, yes, fail amar. Dafatira is mafulun bihi wa huwa mudaf and kum mudaf. Ya ikhwan. Yusallimu li kullu wahidin minkum. Yusallimu li, brother. Everybody should give it to me. What they should give me? Daftarain. What is daftarain? Brother, look at this. Yusallimu. Where is the file? Sister Hafsa. Kullu wa huwa mudaf. And wahidin mudaf ilayh. Minkum jar majrur. Where is mafulun bihi? Daftarain. Mansub. What is the sign of its being mansub? Ya. Liannahu musanna. Inshallah. So, every one of you. Everyone should give me minkum of you, brother? Every one of you should give me 2 notebooks. Daftara nahwi wa daftara sarfi. Brother, what is this? Daftaraini and daftara nahwi and daftara sarfi. What are they? I know it is badal. It is mudaf ilayh, but it is badal, because it refers to daftarain. That was excellent, Sister Hafsa, that it is a badal. MashaAllah. At-tullabu mubtada. Where is the khabar? Yusallimuna lahu dafatirahum. The students, they gave him their notebooks. Now, brother, look at it. How beautiful the sentences are. Because we are only understanding Musanna and we are understanding Jama Mudhakkar Salim coming as a mudaf. They are coming as a mudaf. Aina daftaraka ya Hisham. What is daftaraka? Mudaf ilayh. So what is remove ka? Aina daftarani. So again the noon was dropped. Put a tiny noon there to remind you that noon has been dropped here because the musanna came as a mudaf. MashaAllah. Sallamtuhuma laka amsi. See, laka. Sallamtuhuma laka. What is huma? Huma. Sallamtuhuma maf'ulun bihi. बड़ी देर करते हैं आप जवाब देने में. आपकी खामोशी मुझे परेशान करती है. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Your silence puzzles me. Sallamtuhuma. Huma is your maf'ulun bihi. Laka is jar majrur. Amsi is, what is amsi? Zarf. Fine. Now Mudaris is asking Majid. As-salamta li daftaraika. Brother? Salamta. Before salamtu, tu was filed. Now salamta, ta is filed. Did you give me your 2 notebooks, Ya Majid? So if you remove ka, what will be left? Daftarain. And put ka, daftaraika. Got the idea, brother? Daftaraika. Drop the noon, inshallah. You got the idea. Inni nasitu an atiya bihima. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Ata yati. Be, to bring. I forgot to bring hima, 2 of them. I forgot. Nasitu, where is the maf'ulun bihi for nasitu? And atiya. Atiya. Masdar muawwal. Atiya. Why would you put ya there? Because nakis, verb, we make it mansub by putting a fatah. All these rules you will remember, inshallah. اذهب إلى المحجع في الفسحة وأتي بها, and bring them. Fushati means break, اذهب إلى المحجع, go to your dormitory in the break and bring them. Now look at wa'ati, brothers and sisters. What is wa'ati? Amar. Now, I had already explained you in detail, but I'll again explain you tomorrow, inshallah. How the special changes come in atayati. I will explain you tomorrow. But I think, I'm sure I had explained you before also. Yeah. We'll do it tomorrow. Dafatiru man hadhihi ya harisu. Translation, brother? No, not two books. Dafatiru, plural. Whose notebooks are these? Ya O Haris. Okay. So, brother, Haza, what is the dual of Haza? Hazani. Hazani daftara ya. Okay, brother. What is Hazani? Mubtada. Is it marfu? Yes. What is the sign of its marfu? Alif. And the khabar has to be marfu. So what is khabar? Daftara. Alif is the sign of marfu. Now remove ya mutakallam, daftarani. And then you change, you drop the noon and you say daftara ya. Does it make sense now, brothers and sisters? Inshallah. Hazani daftaraya. These are my two notebooks. Wahazani, again mubtada, daftara, khabar, hamidin. Very good. Ta'al, ya Hisham. Now we already got the understanding of ta'al. Come. Fi'lu amrin, mabniun ala, hazfi, harfi, illa. And then where is the file? Mustatir, taqdiruhu, anta. Ta'al ya Hisham. Khuz, take. Take what? Daftaraika, mafulun bihi. If you remove ka, what will happen? Khuz, daftaraini. And you put ka and you drop the noon. Daftaraika. Now, brothers and sisters, I think we did some duals in mansoof form. Hazani becomes hazaini. Are you with me? Hazani becomes hazaini. Hatani becomes hataini. No, we haven't done the dual of zalika. And we are going to do it here. Zalika will become zanika. What will it become? Zanika. Zanika. Okay? That is your dual form of zalik. And tilka will become tanika. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Yeah. Now, because these are the new nouns that are coming in front, it will take us a little while to get hold of them, inshallah. Zanika, daftara, zamilika. The teacher is saying to Hisham, take your two books and those two books are for your colleague, okay? Analyze it, brother. Zanika, what is Zanika? Mubtada, marfu. The khabar? Daftara. Wa zamili mudaf ilayhi. Wa huwa mudaf. And ka mudaf ilayhi. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Ya Mas'ud, aina akhawaka. Remove ka. Aina akhawani. Now bring ka. Aina akhawaka. Akhawaka is mudaf ilayhi. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? La yahdurani. See, hadara yahduru. Yahduru, yahdurani. La yahdurani munzu yawmaini. Translation, brother. They are not coming since last 2 days. Okay, brother. La yahdurani. What is yahdurani? Fi'lun, mudari'un, marfu'un, bisubutinun. Where is the file? Alif is your file, mashallah. And munzu, what is munzu? Harf jar. Remember, brother, mundu is harf jar. Do not mix it with zarf. It's harf jar. Preposition. Mundu is preposition. Aw salasatin. Okay, brothers and sisters. What is the answer? Kilahuma. Kilahuma maridun. Now, in here, there is a special rule of grammar. Let us try to understand. Because this lesson has a lot of small rules, brother. Kilahuma. What is kila? Mudaf. And huma? Mudaf ilayhi. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Is kila marfu? Yes. What is the sign? Alif. So kila is your mubtada. Wa huwa mudaf and huma mudaf ilayhi. And where is the khabar? Maridun. Brother, we are talking about both of them are sick, but I do not say maridani. Kilahuma should have been maridani. But I say maridun. So what is the rule? That even though kilahuma means two, but we use it as a mufrad. Are you with me? Kilahuma means two. But we treat it as a single noun. That is why the khabar becomes singular. Are you with me, brother? It will be incorrect to say kilahuma maridani. And we can be tempted to say, because we say kilahuma two, the khabar should match mubtada, so it should be maridani. No. This is the rule, brother. Kilahuma, even though it represents two, but we treat it, how do we treat it? As singular. And the khabar is maridun. This is also a new rule. Everything is mentioned beautifully in the key. You got to read the key properly. Line by line, inshallah. Brothers and sisters, I will only take few more minutes. Madha bihima. Madha bihima means, what is the problem with them? When you go to the doctor will say, no, you only go to the doctor because you have a problem. You just don't go to the doctor and say, I have come to visit you and say, Assalamu alaikum. You have a reason to go to the doctor. What will doctor ask you? Madha bika. Or if you are a sister, what he will ask you? Madha biki. What is the problem? Madha bihima. Brothers and sisters, inna has come. So kilahuma became kilayhima. What happened, Brother Hassan? Inna kilayhima. What happened? Kilahuma became kilayhuma. What did it become? Because of inna. Ismu inna mansub. So kilay is ismu inna mansub wa huwa mudaf and huma mudaf ilayhi. Kilayhima musabun bi ishalin shadid. Ishal, brother and sister, is diarrhea. They are both stricken with diarrhea, brother. What did I write down? Asaba. What kind of a verb is? Form 4. Make it into mudariya. What is it, brother and sister? Yusib. Make it into ism file. Musibun. Musibatun comes from here. Are you with me? Make it into ism maf'ul. To be stricken with. To be stricken with. Will become. See, first I make ism file. Musibun. Then I make ism maf'ul. Sister Nasir, are you following, inshallah? Musa. Brothers and sisters, even if you get 50% of this, it's good enough. Because tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you will get 70%, 80%. And in about 1 week's time, you will understand fully. Inna kilayhima musabun is your khabar inna. Bi ishalin shadidin. Okay. Shafahuma Allahu. Shafahuma Allahu. What is shafa? Fi'al madi. Is it nakis? Yes. What kind of nakis is this? Yahi. See, Sister Hafsa? Shafa yashfi. Are you with me? Shafa yashfi. So shafa, and then make it into huma, and then Allahu. So what is your Allahu? Fa'il. What is huma? Maf'ulun bihi. Now when you join damir with the verb, it became shafa huma. I had a feeling that you will see the alif and you will say it is wawi, but it is ya'i. Inshallah. Shafahum Allahu. Inshallah. An-Nu'manu. Al-Jawwu Harun ya Ustad. I wish we can say that also. What shall we say to the Ustad? Al-Jawwu Baridun Jiddan ya Ustad. Okay, brother. Al-Jawwu Mubtada. Harun Khabar. Ya Harfun Nida. Ustad Munada. Brothers and sisters, we stop here. We'll continue tomorrow from here onwards, and I hope you will spare some time and read the key, because the key will give you thorough understanding. Very interesting lesson. Brothers and sisters, each lesson now that we are going to learn has got some very beautiful things. My favorite lessons are lesson number 12, lesson number 13, lesson number 14, and lesson number 15. These are my favorite lessons because you learn so many different things, beautiful things, and they all come in the Quran. And you will be able to appreciate and understand, inshallah. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil. Now, again, this is most often used. Sometimes you may find kilahuma maridani, but the use is very rare. This is the most often used way of kilahuma, with the predicate coming as a singular. Inshallah, you will keep that in mind. Now we go to page number 75, brothers and sisters. What is the first line on page number 75? Al-Mudarris. Iftah. What is iftah, brother? Fi'l amrin mabniun ala sukun. Where is the file? Mustatir. Taqdiruhu anta. Iftah. Open. The question is, open what? Maf'ulun bihi. When you say what and you get an answer, it is maf'ulun bihi. That is needed. So what is the maf'ulun bihi? Tainika. What is this tainika? From tilka, it became the tanika and it became tainika. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Because we are doing the lessons of dual, tilka, what is the dual of tilka? Tanika. And what is the mansub and majroor form of tanika? Tainika. Got the idea? Alhamdulillah. So tainika is, what is tainika? Ismu ishara. Mansubun, because of being maf'ulun bihi. Okay? And it is mabni. Okay. And what is this nafizataini? MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Brothers and sisters, if you say mudaf ilayhi, then I got a very weak heart. It is badal. Always after ismu ishara, you see a definite noun with al, it is badal. So open those two windows, ya Majid. Ikra darsa ya Hisham, and Aisha radiyallahu anha an Nabiyyi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Qala, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Rakat al-Fajri. What is it? Rakat al-Fajri. So what is happening here? Rakatani, the noon got dropped. Very important to note. Rakata ni became Rakat al-Fajri. Khairun min ad-dunya wa ma fiha. Is better than this dunya and whatever it is in this dunya. Brothers and sisters. That is the importance of the Salatul Fajr. Alhamdulillah. So where is Mubtada? Rakata. Mubtada. Is it marfu? Yes. What is the sign of it? Alif, mashallah. Wa huwa mudaf and Fajri mudaf ilayhi. Where is the Khairun is our khabar. So this is Jumla Ismiya, mashallah. Rawahu Muslim wa Tirmidhi. Al-Mudaris. Inna noonan musanna. Okay, brother? Noon is your ismu. Inna mansub. Wa huwa mudaf and musanna is mudaf ilayhi. Tuhzafu is dropped. This is majhul. Is omitted. Indal idafati. When we do mudaf ilayhi. For rakata asluhu rakatani. Is it clear? Inshallah. MashaAllah. وَكَذَلِكَ تُهْذَفُ نُونُ جَمَعِ مُذَكَّرْ salim. And likewise, the noon of Jama Mudhakkar Salim is also omitted. Takulu, you say, Muslimu Yabani. Muslimul Yabani. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Instead of Muslimuna, you say Muslimul Yabani. Now comes, brothers and sisters, beautiful thing. See, in book 3, Dr. Abdul Rahim brings more and more verses from Quran. And that is so enjoyable to study and understand. Qala ta'ala fi Surat al-Baqarah Am kuntum shawda'a idh hadara Yaqub al-mawtu. Okay, brother? Kuntum. What is kuntum? Fi'al naqis. What is it? Fi'al naqis. What is tum? Ismu kana. We cannot say fa'il. It is ismu kana. Where is khabar kana? Shahada. Is it mansub? Yes, it is mansub. Then if badar is a zarf, hadara is the fi'al, madi. What is Yaquba? Maf'ulun bihi. Where is the file for hadara? Al-mawtu. You see that mawtu with marfu. Is again zarf. Qala li banihi. You know what is this li banihi? Brothers and sisters. Again, this is very, very interesting, brother. Ibnun has got two jama. What is one? Abna'un. This is broken plural. Jama taksir. And there is another plural which is Jama Muzakkar Salim. Sound plural. What is the other plural? Banuna. What is Banuna? Wawnun. Sound, masculine, plural. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Now, make it mansub and majroor. Banina. Banina. Okay? It became Banina. Now, if you say who as a mudaf ilayhi, then what will happen? So here it is, brother, li, which is harf jar, which will make banun into banin. Li, bani. Okay, I drop the noon and then I will say he. Got the idea? See, it's so important for us to understand. Also you say Ya Bani Israel. Huh? So what is Ya Bani Israel? Actually it is Banuna plus Isra Il. Huh? Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Huh? Now, see, it is together. Mudaf mudaf, so I got to drop the noon. So it becomes Banu Israel. And you put Ya there, then it will become Banun, will become Banina, Mansub. Mudaf became Mansub, so it became Bani Israel. All these things are important and they are in the Quran, and these rules will make us understand, inshallah, very clearly and beautifully, inshallah.
Give the translation for the ayah, inshallah.
Yeah. Were you witness? Were you witness when the death came to Yaqub? Are you with me? And he said to his children, are you with me? He said to his children, what did he say? Ma ta'buduna min ba'di, after me. Whom will you worship once I am gone? What did they say? Kalu. Na'budu ilahaka, we will worship your Lord. The one you are worshipping. Wa ilaha abaika, and the God of our forefathers. Ibrahima wa Ismaila wa Ishaqa ilahan wahidan. One Lord, brother. Wa nahnu lahu muslimun. And nahnu lahu muslimun. What is this Ibrahim doing here? Badal. Badal for Abba. These are all badals coming, inshallah. وَنَحْنُ لَهُ مُسْلِمُونَ فَقَوْلُهُ تَعَالَى لِبَنِيهِ أي لِأَبْنَائِهِ. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Al-ibnu lahu jam'ani. Banuna wa abna'un. Afahimtum? Naam. What will you answer? Fahimna jayidan. Fahimna fahman jayidan. Brother, there was a teacher from India, Pakistan, and then he used to get upset. And he would say, Fahimtum? Khak fahimtum. We say, Khak samjhe tum. So he said, Fahimtum? Khak fahimtum. Anyway. Nam fahimna jayidan. Ya Hamid. So what is jayidan here? Maf'ulun mutlaq. Maf'ulun mutlaq. Al-Mudarris. Ya Hamid. Hati ayatan. Ayatan maf'ulun bihi. Tahwi, containing, muthanna, dual. Hudhifat nunuhu. The noon of it is omitted. Lilidafati. Because of mudaf ilayhi. Qala ta'ala, Hamid says, Qala ta'ala li Musa alayhi salam fi surati Taha. See, now we can analyze it, brother, and understand it beautifully. Remember one thing, brother and sister. We only analyze once to understand. After that, when you hear it, you understand it perfectly. And in Arabic, not in translation, in Arabic. And you feel the sweetness, the taste, the eloquence of the language of the Quran, which is a miracle. And most people are ignorant about it. Most people are ignorant about it. I've said many times to you, I will repeat it today, brothers and sisters. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave many prophets miracles. To Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, the miracle was his asa. When he dropped it in front of Pharaoh, it turned into snake. When he hit the sea parted. When he hit the stone, the water came out of it. Okay? But where is that stick now? It's not there anymore. Where are those people for whom the miracle was performed? They are not here. So that miracle was for that people and that time. For those people and for that time. That was the miracle which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestowed on Prophet Musa alayhi salam. What about Prophet Isa alayhi salam? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted him. Remember, Allah grants miracle. No human being can perform miracle. Look at this, brother, circle. This is Allah's creation. In this Allah's creation, everybody is dependent on somebody. Even we are dependent on air, water, sun. The plants are dependent on sun. We are dependent on plants to provide us food. Everybody is dependent on it. Okay? But where is Allah? Allah is outside. He is not dependent the way we are dependent in the universe. He is apart from that. He is unique. There is nothing in the creation which will resemble Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's apart from the creation. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? So in the creation, when Allah grants miracle, then the prophets did the miracles. So Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, Allah gave him the power to heal the blind and gave him sight and to bring the dead person to life. But where is that dead person now? Where is the person who was given sight? So again, those miracles were for that particular time and for those particular people. What about our Prophet, brothers and sisters? What kind of a miracle did he get? He got the Quran. What kind of a miracle is this? It is an everlasting miracle. Not for one particular people. Because this Quran is for Alameen. Okay? تبارك الذي نزل الفرقان على عبده ليكون للعالمين نذيرا. For everybody in the whole mankind, the Quran is the guide. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? So the Quran is perpetual, everlasting miracle till the end of time. As long as we live and breathe on this planet, Quran is our guide. How can a book be a guide? But that is the miracle of Allah. Everything in that book contains will guide us for every situation. For everything that confronts us, the Quran will guide us. But we have to understand the Quran and learn the language. Then only we will feel the miracle. Otherwise, the miracle will not touch our hearts, brothers and sisters. The Quran will change our lives. Here's another example. This is, I heard from our respected Sheikh Ahmad Kuti, He said when he was studying, I believe in U of T or somewhere, there was a professor there, a Muslim professor, I forget his name, He was very clever, very educated. He was master of English. He was so good in English, being from Indian subcontinent, that nobody else would come to his level of writing and speaking. He had so much power on the language of English, brothers and sisters. but he was not into Islam. When somebody would say, Assalamu alaikum, brother, hi, how are you? He wouldn't even reply, wa alaikum salam. Huh? You tell him, Assalamu alaikum, he will say, hi. He was not into Islam, brothers and sisters. Maybe one day when you meet Sheikh Ahmad Kuti, you can ask him the details about it. I forget the name of the person. Brothers and sisters, after many, many years, many years, Sheikh Ahmad Kuti was informed that he is now sick in the hospital. He's got some kind of a cancer. Forgive me if I do not relate the story 100%, because it was a long time that I heard, and I was touched by the story. I may have forgotten the details of it. So Sheikh Ahmad Kuti went to the hospital to meet him. And what did he see? On his bed, he was reading Quran. Finally, it dawned on him. Okay? And anybody who would come to meet him, what would he say? Read the Quran. Read and understand the Quran. Huh? So sometimes we in our daily lives, we are so busy with money making and with all other responsibilities, running around like mad, as if there is no tomorrow. Huh? And we forget our responsibilities. But Quran is something that is part of us. It should become part of us. And it should guide us in every step that we take, brothers and sisters. Huh? And Allah has commanded us to read Quran morning and evening. That is a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we got to read it. But even for 5 minutes, it's okay. Even one small surah, it's okay. But we must read it, inshallah. Huh? And Quran, brothers and sisters, when you will understand Quran, it will change your lives. All our troubles, we all feel troubles in the life. Huh? Things don't go the way we are planning. We become upset. We are sad. In spite of having lots of money, we are still very sad. But when you read the Quran, it will remove all your sadness. It will remove all your troubles. And what will you feel? You will feel sakina in your heart. That is what Quran will give you. It is a shifa. Shifa what? For malaria and typhoid? No. Shifa for our hearts, brother. Because our heart is troubled inside. Inshallah, you will remember this. I hope I didn't bore you. Okay, brothers and sisters. So here we are. Inni. So what is this Ya Mutakallim doing here? This is Ismu Inna. How will you describe? Damirun Muttasilun Mabniun ala Sukun Fi Mahalli Nasbin Ismu Inna Mansubun. And what is this Ana doing here? This is another emphasis. Another emphasis, brother. How can you translate this? No, you cannot translate. You've got to understand and feel the eloquence of it, Inni ana. Truly, I, Rabbuka, your Lord. There is nobody else, but I am your Lord. Okay, your creator, your sustainer, your provider. I look after you. So what is Rabbu? Khabar inna. Now see, we can easily understand. وَهُوَ مُضَافٌ and ka mudaf ilayhi. Fa, ataf, akhla, fi'lu amr, khala'a, yakhla'u, take off. There is more into this, brothers and sisters, but we are not going in too much of detail. There are many books available in which scholars will define this in a much greater detail. Inshallah, you will find it. I'm only telling you there is much more detail into it than this. But we only look to what we have in front of us. Remove fi'l amal. Okay, brothers and sisters? Na alayka. Maf'ulun bihi mansub. As we know, huh? What is this, brother? What is it? Ma'alani. Okay, make it mansub. Put ka here. You will drop this. So it became na alayka. Remove your shoes, two of them. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Remove your shoes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Musa alayhi salam. Innaka. Again in. Harfu tawqid wa nasbin. Ka ismu inna mansub. Bil wadi. Char majroor. Al muqaddas. Naat. Tuwa. Badal, mashallah, mashallah. See, badal for what, Sister Sukaina? Wadi. Huh? Wadi has got al. And why? How come Tuwa doesn't have al? Because it is a al-alamu. It is proper noun. So it does not have to have al. It is still Marifa. It is still definite. Did you get the idea, brothers and sisters? Okay, now, see, we have studied, what is this, brothers and sisters? Wadin, which is actually Wadi Yun, Mankus. Okay, and if you put Alif Lam, Wadi, only Wadi. But in Quran, sometimes the spelling is a little different. So it becomes Bil Wadi without Ya. Bil Wadi without Ya. The Ya has been omitted. So how will you describe? Innaka. Okay, Harful Nasbin. And then Ka is Ismu Inna. Where is Khabar Inna? Jar majrur shibu jumla fi mahalli rafa'in khabar inna mashallah. Okay, B harf jar. What is wadi? Ism majrur. Wa alamatu jarrihi al kasratul, or you can say kasratun muqaddaratun alal ya'i madhuf. Because you see, you drop the ya. Alal ya'i mazufati. Got the idea? No, we already said ismun majrurun wa alamatu jarrihi kasratun muqaddaratun alal ya'i mazufati. Got the idea? Alal ya'i mazufati. Do you see this, brothers and sisters? We dropped the ya. Very good, brothers and sisters. And then al muqaddas is a noun, sacred. Okay, it is from Qaddasa, Yukaddisu, Muqaddas. Ism, Maf'ul. See, now you understand everything. That how the word is constructed. Is it Ism Fa'il? Is it Ism Maf'ul? What's going on in the sentence? You have a good idea. Won't it be nice if we understood the whole Quran like that? Inshallah. Inshallah. And brothers and sisters, we may not speak Arabic fluently because we do not have the environment. Okay? And you do not stand up and speak in Arabic. But when it comes to Quran, we will understand it. Inshallah. When it is recited, brothers and sisters, we will feel spiritually intoxicated. Our hearts will swing inside us. And our mind will feel the magic of the Quran, inshallah. Fine, brother. Asanta, you did very well. Ya harifu hati misalan min al-hadith al-nabawi sharif. Give an example from the hadith. Al-Haris, Qawlun Nabiyyi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the speech of Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, li Aisha, Waita, diptot, radiyallahu anha, Ya Aisha, inna aynayya. What is this, brothers and sisters? Inna came. We need ismu inna mansub. So it should be aynani. What is it? Huh? No, wait. We start from the beginning. Huh? We start from the beginning. Huh? Aynani will become Aynaini. Brothers and sisters? Now we put Ya Mutakallim plus Ya Mutakallim with Sukoon. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Look at it, brothers and sisters. Aynani, Aynaini, Ya Mutakallim with Sukoon. Brother Hassan, what shall I do now? I've made it Mudaf. I chop, one chop. Noon is gone. So what is the result now? No, but noon is gone and I have Ya here with sukoon and Ya with sukoon here. First I give a fatah. And then it will turn into with a shadda. Are you with me? Sukoon, Ya with sukoon and Ya with fatah. We made it Ya with shadda, idgham. Now, how will I write it? Nayya. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? We got to understand this. How it came to be Aynayya. It came from Aynani, Aynaini, and then Ya Mutakalam as Mudaf ilayhi, and then I dropped the noon, and then two Yas were there, and they became Ya with a Shadda, so I say Aynayya. But then this is very beautiful hadith, very sweet hadith, brother. Inna Aynayya Tanamani. Translation, brother. I sleep. My heart doesn't. My heart always remembers Allah. My heart always remembers Allah. My heart doesn't sleep. My eyes sleep. Brothers and sisters, where is the ismu inna? Aynai. Is it mansub? Are you sure? What is the sign of its mansub? Ya. Why? Why Ya is sign? It should be a fatah. لِأَنَّهُ مُثَنَّى. You got to say. Because it is Muthanna. Very good, brothers. And where is the khabar in? What is Tanamani? Jumla failure. What is it? Nama yanamu. Anta tanamu. Antuma tanamani. Are you with me? Tanamu, tanamani. Okay, let's do it, brother. Nama, yanamu. Yanamu, yanamani, yanamuna, ahiya, tanamu, tanamani, yanamna. Let's do it, brother. Yanamu will become Yanamna. Yanamna, inshallah. Okay. And then Anta. Tanamu. Huh? Tanamani. Tanamuna. Tanamina. Tanamani. Tanamna. Now, why it is Ainaya Tanamani? Two I. But why Tanamani and not Yanamani? Because it is oneness. What is it? It is oneness. That is why. Huh? The eyes are oneness, so it became Hiya and then Huma. Huh? Yanamani, Yanamuna, and then Tanamu, Tanamani. So we say Huwa, Yanamu, Huma, Yanamani, Hum, Yanamuna, Hiya, Tanamu, Huma, Tanamani. So here it is our oneness dual, Tanamani. Wala Yanamu Kalbi. Brother, my heart doesn't sleep. Okay. And then, where is the file for Yanamu? Kalbu, brother. See, we have to be careful. We can be tempted to say Mustatir, because I don't see any marfu, but it is marfu there. Kalbu plus Yamata. Remember, Nama is intransitive. Nama is intransitive. Okay? Brother, since this hadith has come, I just remember one thing, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam many things, Inna ataynaka al-Kawthar. Allah has given him Kawthar. And Allah has forgiven him for any errors that he made. It's all in the Quran. And yet, he used to stand at night and pray. Long hours of night, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to pray. It is said in the hadith, brothers and sisters, that Aisha asked Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, O Prophet of Allah, Allah has given you everything. Why do you have to stand up all night and pray? He has already forgiven you. He has already given you everything. Why do you have to stand up all night and pray and your feet get swollen? What was the reply? How can I thank Him? How can I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all the mercy that He has bestowed on him? I have to thank Him. Brothers and sisters, from this we have to derive an example for our lives. For all the blessings that Allah has given us, we sometimes ignore it, take it for granted. But we got to thank Allah every single moment, whenever we can remember, for all the bounties, for all our children, for our husbands, for our rizq, and for the brotherhood that we have. And above all, we should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the gift of Islam. But that Islam is not your prerogative, it's not your right. Islam is a gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a niyama from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not our right that I'm a Muslim. It was Allah's mercy that He opened our hearts. And we became Muslim. And we are, in the religion of Islam, brothers and sisters. So this is also a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When I was studying, in Jordan, brothers and sisters, I used to hear this sentence all the time. Ana ashkurullah ala ni'mat al-Islam. I thank Allah for the gift of Islam. I used to hear this often. And it really touched me that we must thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the gift of Islam. Inshallah. Ahsanta. Muttafaqun alayhi. Ahsanta. Al-Muraqib. Yadkhulu wa yusallimu thumma Yakulu. How will you translate, brother? He enters and yusallimu and says, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Got the idea? Huh? And then he says, Ayyuhal ikhwatu, O brothers, Ayyu darsin lakum fil hissatayn al akhiratayn. Translation, brother. Which lesson do you have in the last two periods? Huh? See? Ayyu darsin. Huh? What is the answer, brother? See? Kiltahuma lil Quran al Kareem. See? Hissataini. So that is muannas. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Huh? So it became kiltahuma. Huh? Both of them for Quran. Al-Muraqib. Mudarrisul Qur'ani. The teachers of the Quran. What is dropped here? Noon. Put a noon there with pencil. Or even, with a pen. Huh? Tiny noon. To remind you that noon has been dropped, Or you should get one more thing, brother and sister. Get a red pen with a very thin point. Huh? There are many red pens are available, gel ink, with a very thin point. So that you can keep those, small items highlighted with red. Inshallah. It will help you. Inshallah. What will happen that if you have these noons somewhere or some other things, then when you are revising, it will become very clear to you, inshallah. Okay. Fijtimai. What is ijtima? In their meeting, Huh? What is this? Master. From what verb? Ijtama. What is the form of it? Form 8. What is the root of it? Jama. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. See, you are getting there now. Huh? Mal mudir. Okay? For yumkinukum. So it is possible for you. What is kum? Mafulun bihi. Amkana yumkinu. Amkana yumkinu. Mafulun bihi. Okay. Al-insirafu. Now here, the file has come. Okay? Which is actually a master. Insarafa. Form 7, mashallah. What is the meaning of insarafa? Zahaba. What is the meaning of insarafa? Zahaba. Okay? Insarafa is also intransitive. So, brother, insarafa, yansarifu, make it master, insiraf. See how easy it is. And how logical all these things are. Now, we are used to having master mu'awwal for amkana yumkinu. But here, the master has come. Do you think you can change this into master mu'awwal? Yumkinukum an tansarifu. Kum. Tansarifuna. Okay? So you will drop that noon. Tansarifu. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? I will write down. An tansarifu. Like this. An tansarifu. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Inshallah. Okay. Ba'da hissatif thalisati. After the third period, your going is possible. What is it? Your going is possible. It means you can go. Chutti karo. Okay. After third period, you can go. Fine. Alhamdulillah. Interesting, brothers and sisters. The whole lesson is very interesting. And that is again the beauty of Dr. Abdul Rahim. The exercises are so beautiful. It will give you so much practice. That it is amazing, brother and sister. But one thing is required. And what is that is required? You got to write it. If you won't write it, you will forget it. All these exercises have to be written properly, inshallah. Man alladhi nasiya daftarayhi. You can just simply say huwa majid. Huwa majid. Lima la yahdaru akhwa Mas'ud. Why did not the brothers of Mas'ud come? Okay. لِأَنَّهُمَا maridani, you can say. You can say maridani. Huma. There are only two. So huma will suffice. لِأَنَّهُمَا. Both of them. Here we will say both of them. أين مدرس القرآن الكريم هم في اجتماع مع المدير. So simple, see. Inshallah you can write it and check your answers with Hello Tamarin. Ta'ammal ma yali. Ponder on what follows. Brothers and sisters. Hada kitabun. What do you see? Bun. Kitabun. Okay. Hada mubtada kitabun khabar. Hada kitabullahi. So brother, when you made kitabu into mudaf, there was no need for tanween now. So you dropped one dhamma. Okay. Similarly, okay, hadha kitabullahi. Hadha kitabullahi. So kitabu has single dhamma because it is mudaf. It cannot have tanween. And Dr. Sahib explains us, yuzafu tanweenu inda lidafati. Yuzafu tanweenu inda lidafati. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Very good. The noun, okay, loses its tanween when it becomes mudaf. Fine. Aina bintani. What is it, brothers and sisters? Aina bintani. Now you say, Aina binta Hamidin. What happened now? You drop the noon. Got the idea? Alhamdulillah. Now, same bintani which was marfu, now make it mansub. Ra'aytu bintaini. Now, Ra'aytu bintai Hamidin. What happened? You got you dropped the noon. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Fine. Ja al mudarrisuna. Okay? Ja al mudarrisuna. Now, the next sentence is Ja mudarrisul fiqh. So again, you drop the noon. Clear, brother? Abhasu. I'm looking for. Abhasu, I'm looking for. Anal mudarrisina. I'm searching for the teachers. Abhathu an mudarrisi al-fiqhi. Mudarrisil fiqhi. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? What happened here? It was got the. So here is the explanation, brother. Tuzafu nunu musanna. Brother, tuzafu is majhul. So what is nunu? Naib. وَنُونُ جَمَعْ مُذَكَّرْ سَالِمْ عِنْدَ الْإِضَافَةِ. عِنْدَ الْإِضَافَةِ. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? استخرج من الدرس أسماء المثناة والمجموعة جمع مذكر سالم المحذوفة نونها للإضافة. Okay? Now you have to go to the main lesson, brothers and sisters, and figure out where there is mudaf ilayhi with musanna and mudaf ilayhi with jama muzakkar salim, and in both the cases the noon would be dropped. So you will have to figure out, inshallah, and write it, brother, inshallah. And sometimes if you don't find time, at least read it and mentally understand. Okay, brother. تأمل الأمثلة الآتية لمثنى وجمع مذكر سالم المحذوفة Nunuha lil idafati. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Igsil yadaika wa rijlaika. Igsil yadaika. See, I'll put little noon there. Huh? What is yadaika? We should start with marfu. Yadani, yadaini, and then come to yadaika. Huh? That way it will be better. Huh? Yadani, yadaini, and then yadaika. So we drop the noon. And then rijlaika. Wash your hands and your feet. Okay, both hands and both feet. But then rijlani, rijlaini, and then rijlaika. Got the idea? Inshallah. Ibn Aliyin. What is Ibn Aliyin? Ibnani. Huh? So noon was dropped here. Huh? Ibn Aliyin fil jamiati. Bintahu. Bintani, noon drop. Bintahu fil madrasati. Is the translation clear? Two sons of Ali are in Jamia and his two daughters are in school. Bab al-Masjidi. Babani. Two doors of the masjid. Maftuhatani. The predicate, the khabar has to match the mubtada. Where is mubtada? Babani. Babani is your mubtada. Okay? So here you will say Baba is your mubtada wa huwa mudaf and masjid mudaf ilayhi. MashaAllah. Qara'tu fi hadhihi al-majallati maqalan. What is maqalan, brother and sister? An essay. Okay? I read an essay in the magazine An Muslimina al-Hindi. So I will drop the noon and I will say An Muslimi al-Hindi. Muslimil Hindi. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Muslimil Hindi. Again the noon was dropped. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? You are feeling that noon is missing here? It was dropped? Fine, brother. Uridu an abiya. Translation, brother? I want to sell. I want to sell. Brother Abdul Samad? To buy will be Uridu an ashtariya. To sell is Uridu an abiya. Uridu an abiya darrajatayya. Why darrajatayya? Is darrajatani, darrajataini, and then darrajatayya. Got the idea? Uridu an abiya darrajatayya hataini. Translation, brother. I want to sell my two bicycles. Yeah. Okay. So what is hatani here? Naat, mashallah. Hatani is your naat. Very good. I want to sell these two bicycles. Ma ara ahdan min al-mudarrisil tafsir. Min al-mudarrisit tafsir. Ma ara ahdan min mudarrisil tafsir. Got the idea? I didn't see any one of the teachers of tafsir. Fine. يدرس في هذه المدرسة 200 طالب. 200 it became 200. Okay, brother, يدرس فعل مضارع مرفوع بالضمة. في هذه في حرف جر هذه اسم مجرور المدرسة بدل. Where is our file? Miyata, mashallah. Do you feel it now? Miyata. Brother, miyata, file has to be marfu. Is miyata marfu? Yes, alif is there. Sister Maimuna, you have a question? Which number, sister? Number 6, ما أرى أحدا من المدرسي من المدرسي. This is Jama Mudhakkar Salim. Yes, it should have been Mudarrisina. Huh? If you remove tafsir, then what would you say? Ma ara ahdan min al mudarrisina. Min al mudarrisina. But now you want to make mudarrisina mudaf and tafsir mudaf ilayhi. So what will you say? Mudarrisit tafsir. Mudarrisit tafsir. Huh? Inshallah. Okay, brothers and sisters. Ishtaraitu, I purchased. Hadihil arikata. Brother, what is the meaning of arikata? Sofa. Couch. Huh? I purchased this sofa. Bi miatai riyalin. So brother, it is miatani, miataini, and miatai riyalin. Noon again, got draft. Brother, even I would write down these exercises. Even though they are written here, I would write it down if you get a time, brother and sisters. Sahabtu, sahaba is to withdraw money from bank. Sahabtu al-yawma, I withdrew today. How much did you withdraw? Let's have a nice dinner. Okay? Alfai riyalin. So alfani, alfaini, alfai riyalin. How much? 2,000 riyals. I withdrew from bank today 2,000 riyals minal masrifi, from the bank. Ghammada. What is the meaning of ghammada? To close one's eyes. To shut one's eyes, you know. Ghammada al-maridu aynayhi. So what will you say? The sick closed his eyes. Okay, fine. Ghammada. Form 2. Ghammada yughammidu. Fine. Aynani, aynaini, aynayhi. Very good, brother. Aina abwaka ya Anas. Abwaka. Abwani. Are you with me, brother and sister? What is the meaning of abwani? Al-abu plus al-ummu. Parents. Write down. Write down, brother and sister. Not two fathers, brother. Parents, brothers and sisters, are you with me? So abwani, abwaka. Where are your parents? Where are your mothers and father? Where are your mother and father? Abwani. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Inshallah. Qala ta'ala fi surat al-Masad. Tabbat yada abi lahabiyun wa tabba. Every day we read it. We let the children memorize it. But we do not understand. We do not understand. What is tabbat? Fi'al. What is the fi'al? Tabba. What is the fi'al? Tabba. And what is this ta doing here? Ta'utanisi. It means the file has to be muannas. So where is the file? Yadani, mashallah. Yadani is your file. Okay? See how beautiful it is. Sister Manas, now you understand, there is always a joy in our heart when we understand the Quran. Because we have been reading previously without much understanding it. Brother, Yadani, okay, Abi Lahabyu, father of Lahab. Huh? Okay, so Yadani became Yada because it is coming as a mudaf. Huh? Abi Lahabyu. Let us write it. Yada got the idea, brothers and sisters? Okay, what is Yada? Fa'ilun. What is it? Fa'ilun. Marfu'un. Wa alamatu raf'ihi al-alifu. Li'annahu wasanna. Wa huwa mudaf. And what is Abi? Mudaf ilayhi majrurun. Wa alamatu jarrihi al-ya. Why? Li'annahu min al-asma'il khamsa. Remember, this ya is because Abi is now coming as a mudaf. Remember? Are you with me? When you say Abu on its own, then there is no waw or alif or ya. Okay? Remember? You say Abun. But when you say make it mudaf, it will become Abu. This is marfu. And this is mansub. Now make it majroor. That's the idea. That's the reason that it became majroor bil ya. لأنه من الأسماء الخمسة. Are you with me? Okay. وهو مضاف. And then لهب مضاف إليه. Then واو حرف عطف. What is tabba? فعل. Where is the file? مستتر. تقديره هو يدل على أبي لهب. MashaAllah. So what is the translation? Doomed are the two hands of the father of Lahab. And he's doomed too. Are you with me? Doomed are the two hands of the father, Abi Lahabyu, the father of Lahab, and he's doomed also. Atabba. Now here, because the file is huwa, there is no ta utanisi here. Got the idea, brother and sister, inshallah? Ikra ma yali. ثم اكتبه مع كتابة الأرقام الواردة فيه بالحروف. Brother and sister, read the following. Is there, you want to ask anything, Sister Naima? No? Read the following, then write. In your writing, the numbers which are mentioned below with letters. Are you with me? Instead of numbers, now will you write it in letters? Okay? This is very beautiful exercise, brother. You got to do it and you got to write it and understand it beautifully, inshallah. And also keep it in mind, is it fa'il, is it maf'ulun bihi, is it ism majroor, everything you have to keep it in mind. Ja'a min as-sini hadha al-aam. 200 pilgrims. Ja'a. What is Ja'a? Fi'l Madi, Mabni ala Fatah. Min as-sini, Ja'a majroor. Okay. Hadha. I know. It is Ismu Ishara. What is Ismu Ishara doing here? This is Zarf. You see, Hadha al-Aam. Aam. We are going to learn in next 2 lessons about everything that is concerned with zarf. Okay? So hada is a zarf. Later on we will call it naiban zarf. Means it is deputy on zarf. Where is the zarf? Al-amah. That is your zarf. But haza became deputy, naib. It came in front of it. So what will you call al-am? Badal. After haza, I'll call it badal. Okay? Got the idea? So haza is mansub because it is coming as a zarf. Got the idea? Inshallah. Okay, brother, we still didn't get our file. Where is our file? Miyata. Hajin. What will you say? Miyatani. And then noon will be dropped. It became miyata hajin. Miyata fa'ilun marfu'un wa alamatu raf'ihi al-alifu li'annahu musanna wa huwa mudaf. And haji mudaf ilayhi. Very good, brother. Uridu. Now, uridu. Mansub, we need mafulun bihi. Nuskhatin miyatai. It is actually miyataini. Again the noon will be dropped. See, isn't it beautiful, brother? All the exercise just will give us more practice. That is the beauty of Madina books. It gives you so much practice in one concept only, Sister Sukaina. In one particular concept, it gives you no more. Just musanna. That is the beauty and the farsightedness and the vision of Dr. Abdul Rahim. So what will you say? Miyatani, miyataini, uridu, miyatai. What will you say? Uridu, miyatai. Uridu, got the idea, brothers and sisters? Uridu miyatai. Are you with me? Inshallah. And then nuskhatin. So what will you say about miyatai? Mafulun bihi mansubun wa alamatu nasbihi al-ya'u li'annahu musanna. Very good, brothers and sisters. Min hazal kitabi. Min harf jar. What is haza? Ism majrur. What is kitab? Badal. Very good. Ishtaraitu. I bought. What did you buy? Hadihi. Mafulun bihi. Then asa'ata. Badal. Very good. Bi harf jar. Miyatai riyalin. Same miyatai riyalin. Got the idea? Sister Abir, inshallah? Very good. Adadu tullabil hunudi. The number of the Indian students. Adadu tullabil hunudi. The number of Indian students bil jamiyati in the university is miyatani. You got to be sure. You know why miyatani? Khabar. It is khabar. Where is mubtada? Adadu. Adadu only is your mubtada. Wa huwa mudaf. Talibi. Mudaf ilayhi. Al-hunudi. Naat. Bil jamiyati. Jar majrur. And then miyatani is your khabarun. Marfu'un. Wa alamatu raf'ihi. Al-alifu. Li'annahu musanna. Very good, brothers and sisters. Now, here we have to understand, read the sentence properly. That there is a verb coming in the sentence. So this is jumla failure. Dafata. Dafata. What is the meaning of dafata here? To pay. To pay. Dafata, here the meaning is to pay. Now, if it is dafata, pay what? So we need mafulun bihi. So what will be here? 1,000 alpha only. Alpha junayhin. Why alpha? Because it is mudaf. Make it only without mudaf ilayhi. What will you say? Alfun. What will you say? Alfun. So you will say alfa junayhin with single fatah. Alfa junayhin. Okay, brothers and sisters? Alfa junayhin. Dafata, did you pay 1,000 pounds? Or Alfaini, because again mafulun bihi, mafulun bihi. Got the idea, Sister Nasri? Alfaini, because it is alpha, then it becomes alfaini. MashaAllah. Did you pay 1,000 pounds or 2,000 pounds? Okay. Asha Isa alayhi salam qabla Alfai, Alfani, Alfaini, Alfai Sanatin. Alfai Sanatin. Brothers and sisters, as I said earlier, we must write. Then our understanding will become very strong. Try to write all these exercises, which are coming now, starting from this one, inshallah. These are must. You must write everything. But if you don't have time, then these are the exercises you must write. Sister Habir? Yes, that is why it became majroor. Okay? Okay, brother? Asha. What is Asha? Fi'lul Madi. Where is the file? Isa. That is your file. Okay? Alayhi salatu is a parenthetical sentence. Put it into bracket. That has got nothing to do with this, parenthetical sentence. Qabla. Zarf. After zarf we need mudaf ilayhi. So what is our mudaf ilayhi? Alfai. Alfai. See, in the previous example, dafata alfaini. That was mansub, because it was mafulun bihi. So how will I describe this? Alfai. Ismun majrurun. Or you will say, mudafun ilayhi majrurun. Wa alamatu jarrihi al-yaw. Li'annahu musanna. You got the idea, brothers and sisters? Inshallah. And then, wahuwa mudaf and sanatin mudaf ilayhi. Very good. Brother, I'm very rich today. Alfuriyalin. Alfuriyalin. What is it, brothers and sisters? Alfu. Why alfu and not alpha and not alfi? Because it is mubtada. Where is the khabar? Coming in the beginning. Zarf. Shubu jumla khabar. And what is ya mutakallim? Mudaf ilayhi. I hope you did not forget all these things. We did a lot of practice for this. Indahu, indahuma, indahum. Indaha, indahuma, indahunna. Indaka, indakuma, indakum. Indaki, indakuma, indakunna. And then, brothers and sisters, Indi, indana. What did I do now? I said zarf and then followed by mudaf ilayhi. Zarf. So when a pronoun is attached to the zarf, what is the result? It is zarf mudaf ilayhi. So is your shibu jumla khabar. And then ya mutakallam mudaf ilayhi. And where is the mubtada? Alfu with single dhamma. Wa huwa mudaf and then mudaf ilayhi. Alfu riyalin. Brother? Inshallah. وَعِنْدَكَ, and you have, how much you have? You are more richer than me. Huh? Alfani. Huh? Alfani. Here there is no mudaf mudaf ilayhi. Huh? Alfani, mubtada, marfoon, wa alamatu rafihi, al-alifu li'annahu musanna. وَهَذَا الْمَبْلَغُ يَكْفِينَا. And this amount is enough to have a good evening. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? وَهَذَا الْمَبْلَغُ. What is هذا? Mubtada. What is al-mablagu? Badal. Where is the khabar? Yakfina. What is yakfi? Kafa yakfi. Kafa yakfi. No. Na. Yakfi is fi'al. So what is na? Mafulun bihi. It is enough for us. Huh? But then you got to be careful. Huh? Don't make fi'al into mudaf. That will be a disaster. To turn fi'al into mudaf will be a disaster. Huh? Yakfina. Okay? Kafa yakfi. So, hadha is mubtada. Where is the khabar? Jumla fi'liya. Fi mahalli raf'in. Khabar. MashaAllah. Watch this sentence, brothers and sisters. After this, we'll take a break, inshallah. Yadrusu bil jamiyati. Yadrusu. Fi'lun mudari'un marfoon bi damma. Now we got to look for the file. Shall I say mustatir? No, I must wait. Sister Madina? No mustatir. I must wait and read the sentence. Maybe there is something coming as a file. Huh? Alfa. Alfa talibin. What will you say? Alfa talibin. Huh? Brother, it was alfani. I dropped the noon because it became mudaf, so I had to drop the noon. Alfa talibin. So what is alfa? Fa'ilun marfu'un wa alamatu raf'ihi al-alifu li'annahu musanna wa huwa mudaf, and then mudaf ilayhi. Fine, brother and sister. Min tarjar. Duwali, countries. Countries. Dawlatun, duwalun. Asia, Asia. Are you with me? 2,000 students from the countries of Asia are studying in the Jamia. Okay? Okay, brothers and sisters, I think we'll take a break and we'll continue. We'll try to do as much as we can. I would love to finish the lesson, but we won't rush. We won't rush. Brothers and sisters, we are back from our break. Sister Nusrat, did you bring some snacks today? Jazakillah khairan. May Allah bless you. Huh? I hope you all enjoyed. Bagels and cheese. Inshallah. Okay. We have got to keep it simple, huh, brother? We should not go overboard. Otherwise, we'll have problems, you know. I still remember one day when in our last class, Sister Arifa, she's expert in making halwa puris and things like that. She brought halwa puri for everybody to taste it. So all the brothers sat down and enjoyed it, you know. And when I said, now come back to the class and we carry on the lessons, he said, brothers, Asif, do you expect us to come and sit and study after eating all these halwa puris? We don't feel like not doing any lessons, you know. We are too full. We want to lie down and relax now. So inshallah we'll make it simple, you know, so that you don't feel sleepy after eating snacks, you know. Adif. What is adif? Amar. What is the Mahdi? Remember, when you see Hamzatul Qata, what does it tell you? In the Amar, that it is form 4. So you got to find it. Adafa yudifu. What is it? Adafa yudifu. Like ajaba yujibu. Adafa, Yudifu, and Adif. Because when you give a sukoon here, this ya will go away and this ya will go away. Hamzatul Qata will come back. Adif means to add, to attach, to add, to join, etc., etc. Adifil kalimat al-ula. Join the first word, ila thaniya, to the second word, fima yali, in what follows. Now this is very easy, brothers and sisters. Ibnani hamidun, make it into mudaf, mudaf ilayhi now. Ibna hamidin, you got the answer. Okay, Sister Hafsa, next one is yours. Bintani rashidun. Binta rashidin, mashallah. Sister Abir, nafizatani al-ghurfatu. MashaAllah, Nafizat al-Ghurfati. Very good. Sister Sukhaina, Muslimuna al-Yabanu. Muslimul Yabani. Very good. Sister Naima, Banuna Israelu. Banu Israila. MashaAllah, that was excellent because it cannot be Banu Israeli. Why? It's diptote. Israelu, Israila, Israila. That was excellent, Sister Naima. Banu Israila. Sister Sumayya. Babani al-Madrasatu. Babal. Baba al-Madrasati. So you'll say Babal Madrasati. Sister Maria. Mudiruna al-Madarisu. Mudirul Madari Si. Madari Si. Brother, we used to have Madarisu, Madarisa, Madarisa, and now I say Mudirul Madari Si. Why? Diptode has to be Madarisa. Yes. When it has got al attached to, then it becomes triptode. Remember the rule. When the diptode is made definite by decorating with al, then that diptode becomes triptode. So look at this. Mudirul Madari Si. Take off al. What will you say? Mudirul Madari Sa. If you took off al. Keep that in mind. Yadani Anta. Sister Aisha? Yes. No. Anta is marfu. We need mudaf ilayhi majroor. Yadaka. Got the idea? Yadaka. All these things we have to remember. Yadaka. Mudaf ilayhi now. Sister Mamuna, Abwani Ana. Abwaya. Abwani, Abwa, and then Ya will make it Abwaya. If you say Abwaya, we made it into Mansub or Majrur. That is not what it is required. Abwa Ya. I will write down, brothers and sisters. Abwani plus Ya is equal to Abwaya. Abawaya. Abawaya. It is Abawaya. Abawaya. Fatah on Ba. Sister Nasreen, Ainani Hiya. Ainaha. MashaAllah. Excellent, excellent. Thanni. Brother, Thanni. Okay. What is the meaning of Thanni? Make it dual. What is Thanni? Amar. What is the Madi? There's a shadda there. So what form it should be? Form 2. Huh? Sanna. And what will be mudariya? Yusanni. Like that. And when you make it amar, you chop this and you chop this and it became sanni. Huh? Okay, very good, brothers and sisters. Make dual kalimatul lati tahtaha khattun bi jumlatil atiyati. In the following sentence. You will only do the dual of the words which are underlined. Huh? Aina ammuka ya Ibrahim. So make it ammu into dual. Ammani. Huh? So what will you say? Aina ammaka. Got the idea? First you should make the dual properly and then it will be better that way. Irfa yadaka. So whether yada, yadun, make it dual, yadani. Now because irfa has to be mafulun bihi, yadaini. So what will you say? Irfa yadaika. Do it like that. Huh? Shall I write it down or you are okay? Inshallah, you will be alright. Huh? Raise your 2 hands. Okay. So it is from yadaini, you made into yadaika. Maza kalatil maratu. Maza kalatil maratu li bintiha. So there is an underline, binti. What did the lady said to her daughter? Now 2 daughters. What will you say? Maza kalatil maratu li bintaiha. So here you got to do it properly. Bintani, bintaini, and then bintaiha. Do it like that in your mind. Huh? This way you will not make mistakes. Huh? Okay? Li bintaini. Okay? Li bintaini. Fine. When I put ha, I got to, what shall I do? I got to chop the noon. Huh? And it becomes li bintai ha. Gasaltu rijli. So what is rijli, brother? My feet. Make it into dual, rijlani. Huh? Make it into mansub, rijlaini. And then what will you say? Rijlayya. Rijlayya. Huh? You will say rijlayya. Huh? I'll write down. Rijlayya. Huh? It was rijlayni plus ya. And I chopped off noon. Huh? And it changed into rijlayya. Inshallah. Ahadha tilmizuka. Is this your student? What will you say? Watch carefully. Ahadha tilmizuka. Make it tilmizu into musanna. So what will you say now? Did you say hadha? You got to change that also. Ahadhani tilmizaka. You got to change the whole thing. Ahadhani tilmizaka. Brother? You can't say dual and say hadha. You have to say hadhani. Arabic is very precise. So tilmizani became tilmizaka. Khuz risalataka. What is risala? Letter. So risalatani. But khuz is amar, verb. We need mafulun bihi. So it will become risalataini. And then it will become risala taika. But if you won't write, then you will forget. If you won't write, then you will forget. Writing is most important. And then you will forget, and then you will sing. हवा में उड़ता जाए मेरा फ़ियल मेरा फ़ाइल हो जी इधर उधर लहराए मेरा मुदाफ और मुदाफ इलैही. These are all मुदाफ इलैही. इधर उधर लहराए मेरा मुदाफ और मुदाफ इलैही हो जी. We don't want you to sing this song. Okay? Ba'a, that is verb. Where is the file? Ukashatu. That is your file. This is the name. Like Talhatu, Hamzatu, Ukashatu. Baitahu. So Baitun, make it into Musanna. Baitani, make it into Mansub. Baitaini, now make it into Mudaf. Baitaihi. Got the idea? Inshallah.
What does it mean?
Ukasha sold his 2 homes. Ba'a is to sell. Ukasha is the seller. He is the file. Ukasha sold, what did he sell? His 2 homes. Baitaihi, his 2 homes. Fine. This is a nice sentence, brother. It will require a little extra thinking. That's Sivaru. What is the Sivaru? Bangles, bracelet. That's Sivaru. Samanuhu Miyatu Riyalin. Now you will make Miyatu into Miyatani, and it will become Miyata Riyalin. Now, brother, I want you to analyze this sentence. This is your examination. I want you to analyze it. Okay? First question. What kind of a sentence is this? Jumla Ismiya. There is no verb here. It started with Hadha. If the word comes afterwards, still it is Jumla Ismiya. Hadha is Jumla Ismiya. Okay, brother? So what is Hadha? Mubtada. And what is the Sivaru? The Badal. And what is the Samanuhu? What is the meaning of Samanu? Who? Price of it. Price of it. Okay? This is Mudaf Mudafili. Fine. So what is this? Did you find out, Sister Menas? Samanuhu. Sister Sukhaina? Sister Maimuna? Did you find out? Brother Abdul Samad?
I would say that is
We have a guest here. He's our friend, Brother Azhar. He has the correct answer. No. Brothers and sisters, the khabar is a Jumla Ismiya. What is it? Did you get it? You got to think like that. So here you are. That's Sivaru. Haza Mubtada. Sivaru Badal. Keep it aside and forget it. Now, carry on. Is it? Samanuhu. Samanu is Mubtada wa huwa Mudaf. And who is? Mudaf ilayhi. And where is the khabar? Miyata. You will change it. Miyata is khabar for Samanu. So it is marfu and alamat is alif li'annahu musanna huwa mudaf and riyalin is mudaf ilayhi. Got the idea? Now this whole sentence came as a khabar for hadha sivaru. Got the idea? Did you understand? You want me to write it? You understood? Maybe I'll write it. Just to give you a little extra practice. Because very soon we will be studying Mubtada Khabar again. Haza Sivaru. Haza Badal. Mubtada. Okay, and what is this? Badal. Now I want you to draw a line and forget it. This line is only for our understanding. You won't do this in exam. Otherwise the examiner will say, what kind of a line is this? Huh? This is for our understanding. How does it? Samanuhu, samanuhu. This is your mubtada plus mudaf. And what is this? Mudaf ilayhi. Okay, brothers and sisters? And then I'm making dual. Miyata. And then Riyalin. This miyata is your khabar. Plus it is mudaf. And this is mudaf ilayhi. Are you with me, brother and sister? Now this whole sentence, what kind of a sentence is this? Then I will write down, brother. Al-jumlatul al-ismiyatu fi mahalli raf'in khabaru haza. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Sister Nasrin, did you get it, sister? This whole sentence is now khabar for our mubtada. Now, sometimes, if you want, you can also say, this is mubtada number 1. You don't have to. But sometimes, if you find that it is easy, mubtada number 1. Okay, and then what will you call this mubtada? You can call this mubtada number 2. And what is this khabar? Number 2. Because this khabar is for mubtada number 2. And then what is this now? Khabar number 1, brothers and sisters. Because this whole jumla ismiya came as a khabar for mubtada number 1. Sister Sukhaina, is it clear, sister? Now, this kind of understanding, we have to keep it in our mind. And to do these things, brothers and sisters, I call it, what shall I call it? I call it the fun part. Because you are enjoying and you are doing something that your mind can, feel happy about it. Got the idea? So here, once again I say, Hadha Sivaru, leave it aside. Now take the other thing. Samanuhu. Now this is a new sentence. Remember, we studied khabar can be of 5 kinds. Brothers and sisters, I am saying it as a 5 kinds just for the sake of simplicity. The scholars describe khabar as a 3 kinds. Okay? But I, for the sake of simplicity, I say 5 kinds. Number 1, mufrad. What is it? Mufrad. Number 2, shibu jumla. The scholars will say shibu jumla is the second kind of khabar, and which has got 2 parts. Jar majroor and zarf and mudaf ilayh. But I, for the sake of simplicity, I said jarun majroor, number 2. Zarf and mudaf ilayh, number 3. And then the khabar can come as a jumla. The scholar will say jumla can come as a khabar. But I again, for the sake of simplicity, say jumla fi'liya, number 4, and jumla ismiya, number 5. Just for the sake of simplicity. So this is jumla ismiya coming as a khabar for mubtada. Yes, Sister Abi? Mufrad is singular. Mufrad is singular. Anti talibatun. So what is talibatun? Mufrad. Got the idea? Anti talibatun mujtahidatun. So what is mujtahidatun? Not. Are you with me? So mufrad means one. Listen. Al-Qur'anu mubtada. Kitabullahi. Where is our khabar? Kitabu. What is it? Mufrad. Even though it is mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. But I take kitabu only as a khabar. It is mufrad, singular. Because khabar has to be marfu. If you say kitabullahi, then Allahi is majroor. It cannot be khabar. Only kitabu is your khabar. Because khabar has to be marfu if it is one word. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Inshallah, you'll remember. Huh? Fine. Ataitu, see here comes our verb that we were studying in the morning. Ataitu. What is this ataitu? What is the base form? What kind of a verb is this? This is form 4. Ata. Ata. Huh? Ata yuti. Okay, brother, just for the fun of it, we'll conjugate. Ata yuti. You had a very delicious snack. You got to pay for it now. Work hard now, and do the conjugation. Huh? But this is very important verb. Huh? And in it both forms, lil ma'lum and lil majhul. It's very important. Ready? Ata. Next one, ataya, and then atau. Tau, atau, and then atat, and then atata, and then ataina, and then ataita, ataituma, ataitum, ataiti, ataituma, ataitunna, ataitu, I gave, ataitu, ataina, we gave, inna, ataina. See, are you with me? What is inna? In plus na. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, we. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is speaking in His majesty, in all His majesty. Inna, na. Ismu, inna mansubun. Where is the khabar inna? Inna, jumla failure. Atainaka. What is it? But we have come to know that Ata, Yuti has got 2 mafulun bihi. Where are the 2 mafulun bihis, brother? Al-Kawthar, Ra. See, brother, you have read this and recited this ayat thousands of times. But we never understood the way we are understanding it now. Inna atainaka al-Kawthara. Huh? Why? Because ata needs 2 mafulun bihi. So where are those 2 mafulun bihi? Ka and Kawthara. Huh? Inna. And where is the file for ata? Yeah, where is the file? Ataina. Na is your file. Huh? Okay, I'll write down. Describe it now, brother. Where is the verb? Atai. Felun madin mabniun ala sukun. Mabniun ala sukun. This is only your fi'l madi. And what is this? Fa'il. That is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna atayna ka. Your mafulun bihi number 1. And al-Kawthara mafulun bihi number 2. Isn't it wonderful, brother? That's the way, inshallah, we will try to understand the Quran. Fine, very much. So, ataitu. Okay, brother? I forgot about the mudariya. Let us do the mudariya. Yuti, yutiyani, yutuna. MashaAllah. Yutuna. And then tuti, tutiyani, yutina. Yutina. Just noon. The food is ready. Just put the noon and eat it. Okay? Now, anta, tu'ti, tu'tiyani, Antum tu'tuna. Anti tu'tina. And then tu'tiyani. Antunna tu'tina. Ana u'ti. Nahnu nu'ti. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Now, majhul is also very important. Huh? Ata. Make majhul of ata. You got to make extra practice with majhul. Huh? Majhul will not come easily unless you make an effort and practice. Are you with me? Fu'ila. Utiya. Are you with me? Ata utiya. Are you with me? What will be the majhul of yuti? Very simple, brother. Very simple. The rules you will remember, okay? In Madi, Ain Kalima gets Kashra. And before Ain Kalima, everything will get Dhamma. If there is a Sukun, leave it in peace. Leave it as a Sukun. So, Ta is your Ain Kalima, brother. So it got Kashra, and then the Lam Kalima gets a Fatah. Now, Yuti, the Ain Kalima gets a Fatah. And only the Harfu Mudariya gets a Dhamma. And the rest of it will also get Fatah, if there are any. Sukun, leave it. So it became Yuta. Actually it is Yuta, you. Lam Kalima will get Dhamma. So how will you describe Yuta? Fi'lun, Mudari'un, Lil Majhul, Marfu'un, Wa Alamatu Raf'i, Dhammatul Muqaddara. Khalas, brother. That's it. Inshallah. You will remember? Very important verb. Ataitul Ajira. What is the meaning of Ajira? Amil. Amil, worker. Kaam karne wala. Mazdur, workman you will say. Workman, okay. Ataitul ajira. Miyata riyalin. So there is underline under miyata. So what will you make it that into? Dual. What will you say? Miyatai. Miyatai riyalin. Okay. Now, do you see, Sister Maimuna? Ataitu. Where is the verb? Atai. Atai. Where is the file? Tu. I need two mafulun bihi. Al-ajira. Where is the next one? Miyatai. Got the idea? Alhamdulillah. MashaAllah. Akhuhu tabibun. Make tabibun into tabibani. So how will you say? Akhuhu tabibani? No. His brother is two doctors? No. His two brothers are? So what will you say? Akhawahu. What will you say? Akhawahu. Akhawahu. Akhawa and who, and then you will say Tabi Bani. Inshallah. Tabahathu Fatimatu. What is Tabahathu? Fi'l Mudariya. Where is the file? Fatimatu. And Akhi Ha. What will you say? Akhun. Make it double, dual. Akhawani. Make it mansub and majrur. Akhawaini. So what will you now say? An akhawaiha. What will you say? Akhawaiha. Huh? I will write down, brother. Akhawani will become akhawaini, and you make it into mudaf with ha is a mudaf ilayhi. You will chop this and it will become akha waiha. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Inshallah. Akha waiha. Mata abuhu. What will you say now? Abu, make it double. Abawahu. Huh? What is the meaning of Mata Abawahu? His parents died. His two fathers died. No. Abawani means parents. His parents died. Mata will remain Mata. Huh? Mata Abawahu. Abawa, only Abawa, fa'ilun, marfu'un, wa alamatu raf'ihi al-alifu li'annahu musanna wa huwa mudaf and hu mudaf ilayhi. I'm going slowly in this lesson because I really want you to understand well. If we went faster, then probably you will miss out few things. Huh? So when we are meeting on Tuesday, brothers and sisters, we will try to finish the lesson. Huh? And then we'll go to the next lesson. What is the next lesson, brothers and sisters? Jumla Ismiya and Jumla Fi'liya. It will teach us more about Jumla Ismiya and Jumla Fi'liya. But the rest of the exercise, can I request you, you will have 4 days in your hand to work on it. Do all the exercise by yourself. Write it. Then we can quickly go through it. Huh? Write all the exercises in your next weekend and read it properly, understand it, and we will, inshallah, finish the lesson, inshallah. They are very easy, brothers and sisters. After having this much, study and understanding this much, inshallah, you will find the rest of it very, very easy, inshallah. Rabbana Atina fi dunya hasanatan ajma'in, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase in all of us knowledge. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nice to see you, brothers and sisters. We'll do exercise number 8 on page 79. Just to re-emphasize what we are doing, brothers and sisters. We are doing Ya Mutakallim. Huh? Ya Mutakallim, when it becomes Mudaf ilayhi, brothers and sisters, when Ya Mutakallim becomes Mudaf ilayhi to Musanna and Jama Mudhakkar Salim, this is what our main focus is. Huh? Now, we know it has got a sukoon, but it will become Fatha. Huh? It will become Fatha if before it there is a alif with a sukoon. Of course, alif has a sukoon all the time. Or it has got a ya sakina. So if ya mutakallim comes after alif or ya with sukoon, then this sukoon changes into fatah, huh? And it becomes like that. Huh? That's all we have to remember. That the vowel sign on ya mutakallim change from sukoon to fatah when in front of her alif comes or ya with sukoon comes. Huh? Just remember that. This is the exercise we are doing, brothers and sisters. Adif, add. Okay? Al-asma al-atiyata ila ya il-mutakallim. Add the following nouns to ya mutakallim. Wadbit al-ya'a, and vowelize the ya. Are you with me? Ilman, knowing, bi'anna ya mutakallim, it becomes maftuhatun. What is the meaning of maftuhatun? Not open here, means fatah. Huh? Sister Hafsa, bi'anna ya mutakallim, maftuhatun means there is a fatah and ya mutakallim. Huh? So maftuhatun normally means open, but here maftuhatun means with fatah. Huh? It has been given fatah. Huh? Mal ismi, with the ism. What kind of ism? It's get a fatah. With what kind of ism? Akhiruhu. What kind of ism? Akhiruhu alfun. Okay, if the noun ends with alif, and if that thing becomes mudaf to ya mutakallim, then the ya mutakallim will change from sukun to fatah. Or ya'un sakina, or if it is ya with sukun. This is what I explained, brothers and sisters. Keep that in mind. Of course, we have already done it. I just want to refresh your mind, brothers and sisters. Akhawani. Put ya mutakallim next to it. First, we got to drop the noon. Okay. Now what is left now? Alif. Alif is left. Huh? So ya with sukun will become ya with fatah. Huh? How will you pronounce? Akhawaya. Akhawaya. Fine. Ukhtani. Brother Haidar Ali, what will become to ukhtani? Ukhtaya. Are you with me? You'll drop the noon. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Brother Muhammad, Abwani. Abwaya, mashallah. Brother Hassan, Sadiqani. Sadikaya. But you got to write it, inshallah. Okay. Sister Arifa, Zamilani. Zamilaya. Sister Faida, Sister Fazi, Yadani. Yadaya. Yadaya. Sister Nusrat, Ainani. Ainaya. Ainani. Ainaya. MashaAllah. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Very simple. But we got to understand it and remember it, inshallah. And brothers and sisters, you will write it. Writing will make you strong, inshallah. Again, adif, add. Adafa yudifu. Adif, add. Kalimatil lati tahtaha khattun ila ya'i mutakallim. Okay? The noun which is underlined, put ya mutakallim to it. Means make ya mutakallim as mudaf ilayhi to it, you know. Wadbit and vowelize the ya. Okay, put proper vowel signs on ya. Here is an example, brother. Gasaltu ar-rijlaini. Gasaltur rijlaini. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Gasaltur rijlaini. Okay? Now you put ya mutakallam as a mudaf ilayhi. What will happen, brothers and sisters? It's given very beautifully in the book. Gasaltu rijlayya. No alif and lam. Why? Because rijlay is mudaf, it cannot have al. Very important. You got to drop al. Because it cannot, mudaf cannot have al. Okay? Rijlay, ya, it is actually rijlayni, which will change into rijlay. You will drop the noon. And now you can see the rijlay has got a ya with sukun. Plus you put the ya, which has no fatah. Two together, we make a idgham and give a shadda. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Shall I write it or is it clear? Inshallah. So it became rijlayya. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? But make sure we remove alif lam. Because rijalayya is mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. And you cannot have al on mudaf. Huh? Very good, brothers and sisters. Now, Nusrat, ghammadtul aynayni. How will you change that? Aynayya, mashallah. Ghammadtu aynayya. Very good. Sister Madina, da'awtu sadiqaini. Da'awtu sadiqayya. Without alif lam. Huh? Sister Rahima, mashallah. Sa'altu zamilayya. Gulshan, rafatu yadayya. What will you say? Rafatu yadayya. You'll drop the noon and it will change into yadayya. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Sister Aisha, this is, you got to remember this. Al ustadhani. Now put ya mutakalam there. Say it again, sister. Ustazaya. It won't be ustazaya, it will be ustazaya. Let us do it properly, inshallah. Okay, brothers and sisters. Here it is. Al ustazani. How do you think, brothers and sisters? Now we put ya mutakallim. So what is happening now? First we got to remove al, because it is mudaf, so we cannot have al. Next we remove noon. Okay? Now alif is left and ya is coming after alif. So we got to give it a fatah. Sahi? So what will you say now? Us ta za ya. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Inshallah. Ustazaya means, what is the meaning of Ustazaya? My two teachers. My two teachers are from Misr. Sister Maimuna, Aina wajatta daftarayya. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Sister Nasreen, Inna, MashaAllah. Inna akhawayya alimani jalilani. Very good. Sister Sukhaina, Zahabna bisayyaratayya. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Inshallah, you find it easy. You understand it well, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. Sister Naima, Da'a. Why will you say Kalamayya? See, Kalamani. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Da'a, Kalamaya. Got the idea? We got to be careful, Da'a, Kalamaya. Okay, very good. So this was done, brothers and sisters. Now we come to the other thing now, and which is kilahuma and kiltahuma. You got to understand, brothers and sisters, kilahuma, and this will change into kilayhima. See, huma change into hima, because ya mutakallim came in front. And the next again will be kilayhima. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Now I write down kiltahuma and then kiltayhima and then kiltayhima. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? What did I write on the board? Mudaf, mudaf ilayhi, that is correct. What else? In a very short and funny way, what will I say? I wrote down dhun dan din. What did I do? I wrote down dhun dan din. What does that mean? I wrote down marfu form, mansoob and majroor. Kilahuma is marfu. What is the sign of marfu? Al-alif, li'annahu musanna. Kilay. What is kilayhima? Mansoob. What is the sign of its nasab? Ya mutakalim. And kilayhima again is majroor. What is the sign of its jar? Ya again. Why? Li'annahu musanna. Now I say kiltahuma. Is it marfu, mansoob, majroor? Marfu. Alif is the sign of its rafa. Because it is musanna. Now you say kiltayhima. Is it mansoob? Yes. What is the sign of its nasab? Ya. And the same thing, kiltayhima, majroor. What is the sign of its jar? Ya. If you keep this in mind and use your knowledge and understanding in forming the sentence, when you form the sentence, keep this in your mind, brothers and sisters. And remember, if it is a fa'il, if it is a mubtada, then it will be marfu. If it is mudaf, if it is maf'ulun bihi, then it will be mansub. And if it is mudaf ilayhi or it is majroor biharf jar, then you have to use the majroor form. So it's very easy. But again, Dr. Sahib in his vision first gives us enough example for us to ponder over it. So ponder over the following example and see how the kilahuma changes to kilayhima, kiltahuma changes to kiltayhima. First, let us ponder over the sentences, Ta'ammal. Ta'ammal al-amthilata al-atiyata li kila wa kilta. See, aina akhwaka. What is the translation? Aina akhwaka. What is the translation? Where are your two brothers? Your two brothers. Fine. What will you say? Both of them. Kilahuma fi Dimashq. Are you with me? Both of them are in Damascus. Fine, brother. So what will you say, kila? Mubtada, marfu. Wa alamatu rafaihi al-alifu li'annahu musanna. Wa huwa mudaf. And huma is mudaf ilayh. Where is the khabar? Fi Dimashq. Jar majrur, shibu jumla khabar. Alhamdulillah. Now comes the other sentence, brother. Araital mudarrisaini. Okay. We have to say yes. I saw both of them. So what will you say? Naam. Ra'aitu kilayhima. Why kilayhima? Mafulun bihi. So it makes sense, inshallah. So kilay is mansub, and what is the sign of its nasab? Ya. Wa huwa mudaf. And huma mudaf ilayhi. Inshallah. Very good. Now, number ba. أين الطالبتان الجديدتان أين الطالبتان الجديدتان Translation? Where are the two new students? Now, I want to say both of them. So what will I say? كلتاهما عند المدير عند المديرة. Okay? To the lady headmaster. So كلتاهما, what is kilta? Mubtada, marfu. And alif is the sign of its rafa. Wa huwa mudaf, huma mudaf ilayhi. Where is the khabar? Only in the. And what will you say? Shibu jumla khabar. And what will be the mudira? Mudaf ilayhi. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you with more knowledge. All of us, inshallah. Very good. Now, Sister Madina, see ayya. Why ayya? I'm trying to make it very clear to all of you, and especially to Sister Madina. See, we have to see the verb. Is the verb mutaaddi? Is it transitive? Then it became ayya. Is mafulun bihi. Okay. So what is it? Ayya surataini. Ayya surataini. Now, hafista. See, that's the verb. Change it into hafista ayya surataini. That's the way we turn it around to understand better. Hafista, you memorized. Which surah? So ayya becomes mafulun bihi. Fine. You want to say, I memorized both of them. Hafiztu, Hafiztu kiltayhima. Why kiltay? Because suratun is a muannas. So we say Hafiztu kiltayhima. So what is kiltay here? Mafulun bihi. What is the sign of its nasab? Yeah, why? Because it is musanna. MashaAllah. Very good. Now there is another sentence which will tell us the majroor form. Abbil ardiyati katabta al-unwana am bil faransiyati. Did you write the address in Arabic or in French? I wrote it in both languages. So what will I say? Katabtu bi harf jar. So kilta will become kiltai. Got the idea? Bi kiltaihima. Why kiltai and not kilai? Why feminine? What is feminine? No, language, not unwan. The language. What is feminine, Brother Muhammad? The language is, unwan is not feminine. We are talking about the languages. That is why we say, katabtu bi kiltayhima. Kiltay means those two languages, which is logatani, logatun. Fine, brother and sister. Bi harf jar. Where is this majroor? Kiltay. Is it majroor? Yes. What is the sign of its being majroor? Ya. Why? Because it is musanna. Wahuwa mudaf. And then hima mudaf ilayhi. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Now comes something else which we have to understand. We have already studied it, but we will again try to revise it. Kilana maridun. What is the meaning of kilana? Both of us. What is it? Both of us. What is the meaning of kilana? Both of us. What kind of a combination is kilana? Mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. Got the idea? Where is mudaf ilayhi? Na. Very good. So, what kind of a sentence is this? This is jumla ismiya. Very good, brothers and sisters. Now, where is our mubtada? Kila. Only kila. Is it marfu? Yes. What's the sign of its marfu? Alif. Why? Because it is musanna. Wa huwa mudaf. And now, mudaf ilayhi. And maridun. Khabar. Now see, maridun is singular. And kilana is, the meaning is dual. So we have to be watchful that we take kila in the meaning as dual. Are you with me? But we treat the compound as singular. What did we do? We treated the compound as singular. That is why the khabar is singular. Most of the time, this will happen. Very rarely, you may see somewhere, kilana maridani. But normal and more frequent way of, using will be singular. We will treat kilana as a singular, mubtada, and the khabar will also be singular. Keep that in mind. More exercise will be coming, but I would like you to make a note of it. You should highlight kilana with one color and maridun with another color. So that, and you underline maridun and make a note of it, that kilana, in its meaning, it's dual, but it is treated as a singular. And that is why the khabar became singular. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Brother Muhammad? Brother Haidar Ali? See, kilana, in meaning kila is dual, but we treat as a singular. And that is why the khabar comes as a singular. Okay, brothers and sisters. من أين الطالبتان الجديدتان? Translation? From where are the two female new students? Right. What is the answer? Kiltahuma. What kind of a combination is kiltahuma? Mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. So this is jumla ismiya. Where is mubtada? Kilta. Is it marfu? Yes. Sign of marfu? Alif. Wa huwa mudaf. And huma mudaf ilayhi. What is the khabar? Where is the khabar? Jar majrur shibu jumla khabar. Min Nimsa. What is an-Nimsa? Austria. Nimsa, Austria. An-Nimsa. Alif, lam will come. An-Nimsa. Again, brothers and sisters, ayya. Ayya mudarrisaini sa'alta. Translation, brother. Which of the two teachers you asked? So what will be your answer? Sa'altu kilayhima. So kilay became here mafulun bihi mansub. And mansub bil ya. Are you with me, brother and sister? Wa huwa mudaf and mudaf ilayh. So see, we got a good practice. Now we got to use that knowledge and write down the sentences which are required in the next exercise. Number 11. Ajib anil as'ilatil atiyati mustamilan kila wa kilta. Using, mustamilan means using kila wa kilta. Only you have to use these two. Ayyul kalamaini. Ayyul kalamaini da'a. Now here, ayyu, ayyu is file. What is it? It's file here. That's why it is ayyu. Okay? Da'a, ayyu kala. Which of the two pen got lost? Which of the two pen got lost? What will be our answer? Da'a. Da'a. We need a file. Marfu. Da'a kilahuma. Got the idea? Why kilahuma? Kila is your file now. Marfu. Both of them got lost. Did you understand, sisters? Inshallah. Ayyal kitabaini turidu an tashtariya. Translation, brothers and sisters? Which of the two books you want to buy? What is our answer? Uridu an ashtariya. I want to buy. Kilayhima. Now you got to have a mafulun bihi. Uridu an ashtariya kilayhima. So kilayhi, kilayhi your is mafulun bihi mansubun. Got the idea? Alhamdulillah. وَهُوَ مُضَاف and مُضَاف إِلَيْهِ, that goes without saying. Okay, brothers and sisters. Again, ayya. See, we got to watch in this exercise how and why ayya has come and how and why ayu comes. Huh? Are you with me? Did I miss something, Sister Nusra?
No, number 2.
Yes?
Untouched.
Un-
So
no,
if it was
no, no. What are you buying? Is books muannas or muzakkar? Muzakkar. Got the idea? You're not buying something muannas. If you had bought 2 cars, then you would have said, kiltayhima. You are buying books. Antashtariya, you want to buy. No. No, it's not jama. It's dual. In dual, it remains dual, Sister Rahima. Huh? It remains. What does it say? Kiltai? No, it cannot be kiltai. Maybe it is there, but maybe it could be typo. Why will I say kiltai? I don't see any reason. You know why? In English, if I were asked which of the 2 books you want to buy, what will be my answer? I want to buy both of them. Both of them is the books. Are you with me? No, make it here kilai. And I'll double check it. And I'll get back to you. Yeah, but I don't agree with it. Kilayhima. I don't agree with that. There could be type also, but we will check it on it. Are you with me, brother and sister? Inshallah. But when I explain you kilayhima, does it make sense? It does make sense. The kiltai doesn't come in the mind. Okay? So, uridu an ashtariya kilayhima. Okay? If there were 2 watches that I wanted to buy, then I would have said kiltayhima. Okay. But I am buying books, so it will be kilayhima. Okay. Now come to the next exercise. And your answer is there. What is your answer now? Kiltai. Why kiltai? Because of majalla. So how can you make kitabun and majallatun same? Kitabun is mudhakkar. Majallatun is muannas. Is it still saying in the number 3, Sister Kiltai? So then it cannot be right. Does it? Do you understand now? In one is book and in one is magazine. They cannot be both treated as same way. Okay? So, also, please look at it. In number 2, it says, Ayyal kitabaini. Is kitabaini mudhakkar muannas? Mudhakkar. Ayya majallataini. Is majallataini mudhakkar muannas? So that's what we have to follow. That is what we have to follow. Fine. So number 3 will be, Qara'tu. Ayya majallataini qara'ta. Which of the 2 magazines did you read? What is your answer? I read Qara'tu kiltayhima. Both of them. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Now, you see, Ayyu sa'ataini. Ayyu sa'ataini. Ayyu sa'ataini. No. Naib file, mashallah, mashallah. May Allah increase you in knowledge, Sister Sukhaina, and all of us. See, there has to be a reason. That's what I told you. Watch for ayya and ayyu. Surikat. No, make it ayyu. make it ayyu. Make it ayyu. Ayyu sa'ataini surikat. So surikat ayyu sa'ataini. So surikat is your majhul. So where is your naib file? Ayyu. Ayyu is your naib file. So what will you say? Surikat kiltahuma. Because what is kilta here? What is it? Naib file. What is kilta? Naib file. Is it marfu? Yes. What is the sign? Alif. See? Surikat kiltahuma. Both of them were stolen. Got the idea? And brothers and sisters, write down in the bracket naib file for you to make sure when you revise it on your own, you know it is a naib file. I would like you to highlight ayyu and write down naib file, and then I would like you to highlight kilta, and again write down naib file. So that inshallah when you revise, you will not be confused. Any questions, Sister Madina?
So kiltahuma is for sa'atayn, right?
Yeah, ayyu sa'ataini. Where? Ayyu sa'ataini? No, it's majroor. Because ayyu will always come as a mudaf. And what will be the next noun? Mudaf ilayhi majroor. Ayyu will always come as a mudaf. And the noun which will follow ayyu will always be mudaf ilayhi. And what is mudaf ilayhi? Majroor. Please remember that. Did you write down naib file in both cases? Kilta and ayyu? It's nice to write these small notes. It will make your understanding strong, inshallah. Ayyal lugataini ta'arifu. See, ta'arifu, you know which of the two languages. Al-Urdiyata, Amil Farsiyata. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? So which of the two languages do you know? What will you say? Arifu kiltayhima, mashallah. See, now you are understanding and you are answering absolutely correctly. Okay, see next question, brothers and sisters. Indaka. So what will be? Ayyu. Ayyul umlataini. Which of the two currencies do you have? Al-Junayhu, Amid Dollar. Do you have pounds or dollars? You have sterling pounds or dollars? What will be your answer? In the kiltahuma. What will be your answer, brothers and sisters? In the kiltahuma. So what is kilta here? Mubtada, mashallah. Huwa mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Where is our khabar? Inda, zarf. Shibu jumla khabar. And what is ya mutakalim? Mudaf ilayhi. Mashallah, mashallah. Number 7, brothers and sisters. Ayyu mudarrisayil fiqh. How will you pronounce it, brothers and sisters? Ayyu mudarrisayil fiqh gabal yawma. Why ayyu? It is the file, mashallah. Ghaba is your verb, and where is the file? Ayyu. Which of the two teachers of fiqh remain absent today? What will be your answer? Ghaba kilahuma. Kila now became your file for ghaba. Clear, inshallah? Very good. You know, if you get a time, you should highlight all the ayya, only ayya, so that you know it is mafulun bihi. And then you think why it is ayya. Then you will see there is a transitive verb in the sentence. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? If the verb is transitive, it will become ayya. If the verb is intransitive, it will become ayyub because it will come as a fa'il. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Okay. Alhamdulillah. Now, number 8. Fatahta. You opened. Opened what? Ayyal babaini. Ayyal babaini fatahta. Translation, brothers and sisters. Which are the 2 doors you opened. What is the answer? Fatahtu kilayhima. Mafulun bihi. Kilayhima. Very good. Ayyun nafirataini maftuhatun. What is maftuhatun here? Brothers and sisters, this is your actually khabar. But we are going to learn very soon all these things, that how we analyze questions. We have not been analyzing questions, but soon we are going to learn how to analyze questions also, inshallah. So, brothers and sisters, ayyu is your mubtada, and maftuhatun is your khabar. So what will you say now? Kiltahuma. Why would you say kiltahuma? Because kilta is your mubtada. Kilta is your mubtada. Huwa mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. And what is maftuhatun? Khabar. See, now you can see kilta, in the meaning it is dual. But we treat it as a singular. So the khabar came as a singular. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Make a note of it, please. Man minhuma da'ifun fin nahvi. Translation, brothers and sisters. Which of the 2, these, which of these 2 is weak in grammar. Okay? What is our answer? Kilahuma. See, again kila came as a mubtada. Kilahuma, in meaning it is dual, but in our treatment it is a singular. Kilahuma. Kila mubtada marfu wa alamatu raf'ihi al-alifu li'annahu uthanna wa huwa mudaf. And then huma mudaf ilayhi. Where is the khabar? Da'ifun. MashaAllah. You got the idea, brothers and sisters? Now, Dr. Sahib explains us. Kila wa kilta ismani lafzuhuma mufrad. The word is mufrad. Okay? In other words, brothers and sisters, we treat it as a singular. It is treated as a singular noun. Though it denotes dual, even though the meaning denotes that it is dual, but we treat it as a singular. Ma'nahuma musanna. In the meaning it is musanna. So that is what is being explained to us, brothers and sisters, that lafzuhuma mufrad, it is being treated as a singular noun, though in its meaning it is dual. Wa mura'atu lafzi. Mura'atul lafzi. What is mura'atul lafzi? Aktharu. The treatment of its as a singular noun is more frequent. Are you with me? Aktharu means more often. Or you can say most often. The treatment of it is as a singular. Brother, mura'atu. Mura'atu means consideration, observation. Okay? Taking into consideration. That is the meaning of mura'atul lafzi. Here it is, you can write down consideration of it. Consideration of the word as a singular. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? I have repeated many times. I don't want to bore you, but I hope you understand my point. Mura'atu means consideration of it. The consideration of the word as a singular is most often. Then the example comes. Look at the example, brothers and sisters. Now, for example, kilahuma jadidun. Got the idea? Jadidun is a singular. Kila, we treat it as a singular, even though the meaning is two. Okay. Kiltahuma mujtahidatun. Wa yajuzu, jaza yajuzu. What is the meaning of jaza yajuzu? It is permissible. Jaza yajuzu, brother. Jaza yajuzu means it is permissible. What is permissible? Mura'atuha ma'nahuma. Consideration of it as a dual. Okay? But more often it is singular. So if it is taken as a dual, then what will be the sentence? Kilahuma jadidun will become kilahuma jadidani. It will become kilahuma jadid. Kiltahuma mujtahidatun will become kiltahuma mujtahidatani. It is permissible. But most often it will be the first form, the singular one. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? See, Dr. Sahib explains us all these possibilities so that if we come across in a different way, we should not get confused, But if we are using, it is better to use it as a singular. Kilahuma jadidun is what we will use, inshallah. Ta'ammal al-amfilatal lidhanika wa tanika. And brothers and sisters, we did study a little bit before. Hadha, hadhani. Hadhihi, hatani. Zalika, zanika. And then, brothers and sisters, tilka, tanika. Now the dual form, brothers and sisters, decline. Hadha does not decline, but hadhani declines. How does it decline? Hadaini, hadaini. Hadahi does not decline. It's mabni. But what about hatani? It declines. Hataini, hataini. Zalik is mabni. It does not decline. But zanika will become zainika. And tilka will become tanika and it will become tainika. We are going to learn this in the following exercises. Hadha kitabun. Okay, make it dual. Hadhani kitabani. Hadhihi sayaratun. Hatani sayaratani. Got the idea, brother? Fine, brother. Zalika kalamun. Zanika kalamani. Okay. Tilka madrasatun. What will you say? Tilka madrasatun. And what will be two of it? Tanika madrasatani. Tanika madrasatani. Fine, brothers and sisters. Again, exercise for us to ponder over it and use your highlighter or pencil to underline it. Haza akhi. Translation, brothers and sisters. This is my brother. Okay? وَذَلِكَ صَدِقِي. And that is my friend. So what is haza? Mubtada. Where is our khabar? Akhu. MashaAllah. وَهُوَ مُضَافٍ. And ya mutakallim mudaf ilayhi. And waw, harfu atf. And then ذَلِكَ again mubtada. And sadiku khabar. وَهُوَ مُضَافٍ mudaf ilayhi. Now look at this, brother and sister. Hadani kitabaya. Translation, brother. These are my two books. Where is mubtada? Hadani. Hadani is your mubtada. Sahih? Is it marfu? Why? Alif is the sign of its marfu because it is dual. Kitabaya. What is kitabaya? Mudaf, mudaf ilayhi. So where is our khabar? Kitaba. Is it marfu? Yes. Alif is there to tell us it's marfu. وَذَانِكَ. ذَانِكَ, brother. Mubtada. Huh? Marfu. What is the sign of its marfu? Alif. Huh? Kitaba zamili. How many words are there? Kitaba zamili. 3 words. MashaAllah. Let us analyze it. Kitaba khabrun marfu'un wa alamatu raf'ihi al-alifu li'annahu musanna wa huwa mudaf. Zamili mudaf ilayhi wa huwa mudaf. And ya mutakallim mudaf ilayhi. Got the idea? Alhamdulillah, brothers. Hatanil hafilatani tasirani ila al-jami'ah. Now I want to ask you, brother, what kind of a sentence is this? Jumla Ismiya, because we got to see the first, the beginning of it. The first word that came, and that is a noun. So it is our Jumla Ismiya. Hatanil hafilatani. Okay, where is our mubtada? Hatani. What is al hafilatani? MashaAllah, MashaAllah. See, badal, we cannot now make mistakes. Huh? We are ready to recognize badals, inshallah. Huh? Okay. Tasirani. Now here is a jumla failure. Sara yasiru. What is the meaning of Sara? Zahaba. Huh? Also going, or Sara also means walk also. Sara yasiru. This is al-ajwaf al-ya'i. Ba'a yabi'u. Sara yasiru. So, brothers and sisters, tasirani, it refers to muannas and huma. Yasiru, yasirani, yasiruna, tasiru, tasirani. Got the idea? Ilal jamiati. Where is the file in tasirani? Alif. File is alif. How will you describe tasirani? فعل مضارع مرفوع وعلامة رفعه النون ثبوت نون فعل مضارع مرفوع بثبوت نون, you can say, and the file is alif. وتانك. What is تانك? مبتدا. Where is the khabar? إلى المطار. And those two are going to the airport. These two buses are going to the Jamia and those two to the airport. Who wants to go to the airport? 2 buses are going. Okay, brothers and sisters? Okay. Liman hadhihi dafatira. Liman hadhihi dafatira. See, hadhihi. To whom these notebooks belong. Here, they belong to Li has come. So Zanika will become Zainika. Got the idea? Ism majroor. Huh? And what will be Talibaini? Badal. It is Badal. Huh? MashaAllah. It is Badal. Excellent. That was a good answer, Sister Hafsa. May Allah bless you and increase you in knowledge, and all of us, inshallah. Lawnu mubtada wa huwa mudaf. What is mudaf ilayhi? Tahinika. Majroor. Tahinika became Tahinika. The color of those two cars. Jamilun. Fine, brothers and sisters. Lawnu is mubtada and Jamilun is your khabar. Okay? Tahinika is mudaf ilayhi majroor. And what is sayarataini? Badal. Again, mashallah. Excellent. Now comes the verse from the Quran. Now comes the verse from the Quran, brother. قال الله تعالى لموسى عليه السلام فذلك برهانان من ربك إلى الفرعون وملئه. Those two are your proof or evidence. From your to Fir'aun and his people. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? What kind of a sentence is this? Oh, fine. Where is Mubtada? Zanika. Where is our khabar? Burhanani. That is your, these are two evidence from your Lord. That is your harfchar ism majroor mudaf mudaf ilayhi. Ila fir'auna against jar majroor. See, min harfchar Rabbi ism majroor wa huwa mudaf and ka mudaf ilayhi. Ila harfchar fir'auna ism majroor wa mala'i mawtufun ala fir'aun. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Wa huwa mudaf and he mudaf ilayhi. Very good, brothers and sisters. Number 13. Da, put in the blanks. Fil firaq fima yati isma isharatin. Demonstrative pronouns. Munasiban. Lil ba'id. Only lil ba'id. Not near lil qarib, lil ba'id. Hada baiti. What will be the next one? Wa zalika baitu akhi. Got the idea, brothers and sisters? Now, hadani akhwaya wa zanika zamilaya. And those are my two colleagues. Hatani bintaya Vatanika binta ukhti. Is it clear, brothers and sisters? Can you translate? Hatani bintaya. These are two daughters, and those are these my sisters, two daughters. Very good. Iftah hadaini babaini. What is, brother and sister? Iftah fi'l amr. So open what? Hadaini mafulun bihi. And what is al-babaini? Badal. And then what will you say? La taftah. La taftah. La nahya. What is it? La nahya. La taftah zainika. And do not open those two. Okay. Very good, brother. Last sentence. Ya waladu, oh boy, Igsil hataini sayarataini. Igsil amar. What is hataini? Mafulun bihi mansub. And what is sayarataini? Badal. La tagsil, same. La nahiya tainika. And do not wash those two. Okay, we finished the exercise. Okay, brothers and sisters. Exercise number 14. Hati mudariya al-af'al al-atiyadi. Give the mudariya of the following verbs, brother. Sahaba yashabu, ba fatah. Huh? Sahaba means to withdraw from bank. Okay? Ghammada is to close. What will be the ghammada? Yughammidu. Ghammada, yughammidu. Kafa, yakfi, to be enough. Huh? Da'a, yadi'u. Huh? Da'a, yadi'u. Huh? To lose something. Da doesn't mean he lost something. Da does not mean he lost something. Da'a means something got lost. You will say, Da'a qalami. So where is fa'il? Qalamu. How will you translate? Da'a qalami. My pen got lost. How will you say, I lost my pen? Then we have to bring da'a into form 4. Huh? What will happen to da'a? Da'a kalami. So kalami is your fa'il. Now I bring it into ada'a. Huh? Maybe I should make it into a properly. What did I say? Da'a kalamuhu. Translation? His pen got lost. So where is the file? Kalamu is your file. Are you with me? Now if the file is marfu, I can see. And now he lost his pen. Ada'a. So what happened, Sister Nasreen? Da'a, something got lost. Ada'a, he lost something. Are you with me? This is form 4. Da'a is intransitive. Ada'a became transitive. So, ada'a, ada'a, ada'u, ada'at, ada'ata, and then ada'ana. What will it become? Ada'ana. Ada'ana. Are you with me? At hunna it will become ada'ana. Now we can say adata, you lost. Adati, you lost. I lost. Adatu. And I will say adatu. Where is mafulun bihi? Kalama. It became kalami because of ya mutakalim. Here we said kalamuhu. We lost our car. How will I say? Adatna sayyara. What will I say now, brothers and sisters? Sayyara tana. What will you say? Sayyara tana. Fi'l fa'il. Where is maf'ulun bihi? Sayyarata. Mudaf ilayh. Got the idea? So, I'm showing you this because we do get confused with da'a. So, if you say da'a, then something got lost. But if you say, I lost, or he lost, then we have to bring the verb in form 4. And we are going to learn a lot very soon. What happens to the verbs when they come in form 4? Are you with me? So again, I want to repeat one thing. Da is intransitive. What is it? Intransitive. Ada is transitive. Okay? In other words, if the verb, Sister Sukhaina, Sister Rahima, Sister Arifa, if the verb is intransitive in its base form, if you bring it in form 4, it will become transitive. That is the secret. Okay, inshallah we are going to learn. Did you get Hafsa, Sister Abid? If the verb is intransitive, you bring it in form 4, it will become transitive. Jalasa, intransitive. He sat. But if you say ajalasa, he made somebody sit. Are you with me? He made someone sit. Okay? Same way, nazala, anzala means nazala, it came down. Anzala, someone brought it down. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Someone is bringing it down. Okay? So we say anzala Allahu. Allah brought it down. Inshallah we are going to learn all this in lesson number, I believe, lesson number 17 or so. We are going to learn all these things, inshallah. Very good, brothers and sisters. We have done this. Okay. Hati jama al-asma al-atiyati. Arikatun, brothers and sisters. What is the meaning of arikatun? Couch. Sofa. Divan. Mak'adun. Seat, brothers and sisters. What will be the jama of arikatun? Araiku. What is it, brothers and sisters? Araiku. And you can always refer to Hallo Tamarin to get all your jama. And again, Madi Mudare, if you are a little in doubt, you can always refer to Hallo Tamarin, brothers and sisters. Mablaghun, amount. Mablaghun means amount. Mabaligu. What is the jama? Mabaligu. Are you with me? Mabaligu. Fine, brothers and sisters. Ajir is amil, worker. What will be the jama of ajir? Ajiruna, which is jama mudhakkar salim, or ujra'u, like ulama'u, fukara'u, wuzra'u, ujra'u. Got the idea? Sister Nasri? Inshallah. Sivarun, bangles. Asviratun. What is it, brothers and sisters? Asviratun, or even asaviru. What is it, brothers and sisters? Asaviru, mafa'ilu. Okay? Hissatun is a period. Hissasun. What is it, brothers and sisters? Hissasun. This is the jama of hissatun. What is the jama of hissatun? Hissasun. Hati mufrad. Al-asma al-atiyati. Hunud. Hindiyun. Duwalun. Dawlatun. Dawlatun. Countries. Country. Fawakihu, fruits. What is the singular? Fakihatun. Now comes number 17, brothers and sisters. I want to explain you properly. I will explain you before, But one more time I'll do it again in a little bit more detail now. This is very important. It comes in the Quran. We got to understand it nicely. Did you see what I wrote, brothers and sisters? I wrote two Hamza side by side. What is the difference in those two Hamzas? Brother Muhammad, the first one has a vowel sign and the second has a sukoon. But they are both Hamza. The first one has a vowel sign, Sister Maimuna, and the second one has a sukoon. Now, when the situation is like this, there's a change undergoing in Hamza. Okay? This will change into, what will it change into? Ooh. What will this change into? Got the idea? It change into? And what will this change into? E. E, elongation. Are you with me? Oo, ah, and E. Huh? When does this happen? When the two Hamzas come together. The first Hamza has a vowel sign and the second Hamza has a sukoon. If they both have vowel sign, then this cannot take place. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Fine. Now, we have the verb here, brothers and sisters, ata. What is the verb? Ata. Now, if I put ata bi, then it means to bring. To bring. In other words, it becomes ahdara. To bring, form 4. Ata will become yati. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? How do I make Amar? How do I make Amar? I chop. And then again chop. Now what is the result? Can I pronounce it? No, then I have to bring Hamza. If I bring Hamza, what shall I give? Shall I give Kasra? Shall I give Fatah? Or shall I give Dhamma? Kasra. Can I give Fatah? Never ever. Never ever Fatah comes in Amar. Okay? It only comes when it is form 4. Otherwise, it never comes. And so I have two choices. Either I give kasra or I give dhamma. But if the ain kalima has a kasra, then I have to give kasra. I can only give dhamma if the ain kalima had a dhamma. But if the ain kalima has a kasra or fatha, the hamza that I'm bringing in will get a kasra. Fine. So I say to you, what happens, brothers and sisters? Now, can you see? Can you see? I got two Hamzas, one with vowel sign and one with sukoon. Okay? But it is kasra there. So this will change into before it changes into this, it changes into because there is a kasra, so Hamza got a chair of ya. But then it changes into eti. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Now, if it is E-T, brothers and sisters, I start here again fresh. We are doing some algebra and mathematics here, E-T. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Now I bring waw in front of it. Will I be pronouncing this Hamza? No, I won't be pronouncing it. So if I am not pronouncing it, then this Ya has to change. This Ya was only because it was E-T. Now I'm not pronouncing that E. Then that Ya will change into... Now what happened? See, if I write something else here, brothers and sisters, is it correct? I put a sign of Saad on top, which means I do not pronounce it. Sahi? I cannot pronounce it. Sahi? Now it is Va'ati. Okay, it is Va'ati. I cannot pronounce it. Okay. Now, I have written, but I am not pronouncing it. In this particular word, if you are not pronouncing it, then, Brother Hassan, I am chopping it off. No pronunciation, no writing. So what is the final result, brother? What is the final result? You got to give proper Hamza sign there. Huh? It's Hamzatul Qata. Va'ati. If it is Fa, it will become Fa'ati. Now this is all in the Quran, brothers and sisters. If we understand, and if we remember, and if we keep that in our mind, when it comes, you'll be able to figure out. Does it make sense, Sister Maimuna? Sister Aisha? Huh? It is only for Ata Yati. Okay? Okay, I will read it now, number 17. Huh? Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Al-Amru min Ata Yati Iti. Now you know how it became Iti. Are you scared? Are you gabarified? No, you know Iti, it was two Hamzas coming together. And it changed into Iti. Huh? Keeping this in mind, brothers and sisters, keeping this in mind, maybe I should remove the sign of Hamza, otherwise you will get confused, brother. Huh? This change into E. Huh? Fine. Asluhu i'ati. You got a Hamza with a kursi. Kursi of Ya. Can you see all of you, brothers and sisters? Very good. E means E. It changed into Ya. Walakin Hamzatu Thaniyatu, but the second Hamza, Ta'udu Ba'd al-Wawi wal-Fa'i. The second Hamza returns to its original position of Hamza when, brothers and sisters, if Waw or Fa, which are both harfu atfin, if they come, then the Hamza will change into its original position. It's given here Va'ati and Fa'ati. Do you see Va'ati and Fa'ati? Okay. But now you don't see the Hamzatul Wasal here. ذلك لأن الحمزة الأولى في هذه الحالة تحذف fin nutki. What is the meaning of nutki? In pronunciation. This happens because the first hamza in this condition is dropped from pronunciation. It is dropped in pronunciation. Lahiz. What is lahiz, brothers and sisters? Lahiz. What is lahiz? Fi'l amr. From what verb? Form 3. Lahaza yulahizu. Lahaza yulahizu. Lahaza yulahizu. Are you with me? What is the amar? Lahiz. Lahiz. Observe. Observe. We did it before, but I think I don't blame you. There are too many things to remember. Mulahiza farmaiye. You say in Urdu. Mulahiza. Observe. Okay? Anna hamzat al-amri tuhzifu fil kitabati aidan. In this particular case, the hamza of amr is dropped in writing also. Fi hadhihi al-kalima. Wati and fati. Is everybody understanding me, inshallah? Sister Sukhaina? I will explain again if you want. I'm going to explain it again. Brothers and sisters, see, yati change into yati. Now this change into this, and then finally change into here. I'm doing like this, brothers and sisters. Okay? But when you bring vav and fa, then it changes into this. And if I bring fa, it will also change into this. What happened? Originally it was like this. Wati. And remember, Hamzatul Wasal we don't pronounce. Ijlis, wajlis. Idhab, wazhab. Are you with me? So, we did not, wati, we did not pronounce. But in atayati, two things are happening. Not only it is not pronounced, but it is dropped. And the final result is vati, or I can write down here again, fati or vati. So Hamza of Amar, are you with me? Got dropped here in writing also. No pronunciation and no writing. This is all, brothers and sisters. Inshallah you understand. So here is a verse from Quran. Ata bi shay'i. What is it, brothers and sisters? Ata bi shay'i ay ahdarahu. He brought it. Takulu, you say, ma ataitu al yawma bi daftarin nahwi. Translation, I did not bring my notebook of grammar. Sahi? Grammar. Ma ataitu al yawma bi. Ataitu bi means I did not bring a notebook of grammar. Wafi tanzili, and in the Quran, brothers and sisters, Suratul Baqarah, Qala Ibrahimu فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْتِي بِالشَّمْسِ مِنَ الْمَشْرِقِ. Ibrahim says to the Nimrud that Allah brings the sun from the east. Okay? Fati biha. You bring it. Fati biha. You bring it. Where is the verb, brother? Fati. Fi'lu amrin. Mabniun ala hadfi harfi illa. Where is the file? Mustatir. Taqdiruhu anta. That is Nimrud. Fati biha min al-maghrib. Okay. If you say you are a God, then bring it from the west, Allah brings the sun from east. You bring it from west. So, the point to understand is the use of the verb Fati. Hamzatul Amr was not pronounced and also it got dropped. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Inshallah. I think we are going to start a new lesson. So it will be better if we took a break. And then we start a fresh lesson. Lesson number Ad-Darthul Ashir. A beautiful lesson, easy lesson, inshallah. Okay, brothers and sisters, we are back from our tea break. We are starting lesson number 10. Brothers and sisters, page number